do the intro, and we'll
That's where
talk.
the DJ talks. Don't say anything.
Oh, is this it? Is this where he talks?
I think so.
Do you have to do it in the hush tone
Yes.
until someone starts watching, and then we can do the intro?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird.
There's nobody
I'm
watching.
gonna do the intro anyway.
Okay.
Even though nobody's watching.
Okay.
Broadcasting live from
All
the
right.
Word Balloon Network.
All right.
It's just us.
There is no music, but I'm still dancing.
It's just
Hey,
me and
Jack.
you. Yeah. Ooh, he says she must have been listening to our pre-conversation before the wonderful intro. You know, and yeah, of course, because then he says intro.
I was doing when Bob and Doug McKenzie, the Takeoff song that they did with Geddy Lee from Rush, and it starts with the music, and Rick Moranis goes, "This is where the DJ talks. Don't say anything." And Dave goes, "Okay," and then the music's like, it's like a drum solo at the beginning.
I remember that. I remember that, Hoser. I remember that.
When they used to have comedy songs, novelty songs. Did you like the novelty songs, or I liked them for the first couple of weeks, and it's like, all right, I'm sick of them, and they were still playing.
Which one? Like the Jaws one? Hey, Mr. Jaws.
Yes, that guy was amazing. Was it Dickie Goodman was his name?
Yes.
And he would play. Yeah, his song was filled with like other songs, just the hooks from the other songs and stuff. Yeah, he did Mr. Jaws, and he did the Energy Crisis in the 70s.
The Mr. Jaws was the only one that I remember.
Oh God, yeah.
And maybe because it was the only one that actually did anything.
He did many. I'm assuming that's a text. That's the bet, folks.
It's Scoot saying he's probably not going to make it.
Oh, okay.
So it's just me and you tonight. So
wow.
we had a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah,
so,
that's good.
So I just got home from a 14-hour workday, and this popped up in my feed. You just made today worth it. Well, you know what? Give us a few minutes and we'll see.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It may not be worth it.
Very quickly.
May not be worth it, Anthony. I don't know about that.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do, Anthony, for 14 hours a day? That sucks.
I know what I do for 14 hours a day.
Job? Yeah, exactly. So do I. But I'm not wearing pants. So
he's probably essential and not like us, not vagabonds like us.
Does Josh Cruz ever follow when you're sketching or anything like that? He's a follower of mine on Twitter, and he is a nurse and goes by the nickname the Night Nurse and stuff. And he's terrific. He's a good dude, and he buys a lot of art. He's a good guy.
I don't know if I've ever encountered such a thing.
Quite a nice man, the Night Nurse.
I'm thinking I should share this on other pages too.
Sure.
Talk amongst yourself while I do this.
Okay. So how are you, John? I'm doing all right. I've had a lot of word balloons lately.
You've been everywhere. Jeez Louise.
I've been busy. And of course our dear friend Nicola Scott. Talked to her 2 nights ago. Love her.
Yeah, did she talk about me?
Not at all.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Not at all. And then last night, another good friend of mine, Kelly Sudaconic.
I love Kelly Sue. Did she ask about me?
She didn't. Oh. Although Artie came up in conversation because
come on now.
The fractions of the Fraction family gave Matt for Christmas a 3D printer, and she was telling me that Matt and her son Leo like to make figures for their Dungeons and Dragon play. And I was telling her that, like, how Artie's into Amigos and stuff, and that I'm like, I think it's amazing that there are Amigo fans and Amigo creators that, will make the sculpted heads with their 3D printers.
Oh, cool. For Dungeons and Dragons?
Yep. There you go,
He,
man.
he's an essential worker, and
That's amazing.
not a
Absolutely.
vagabond like us. I told you.
Thank you for your grocery service, Anthony.
Yeah.
For real.
What was I going to say? I was going to
That's
say
awesome.
something about what we said.
3D printers.
Dungeons and Dragons. Last time I played Dungeons and Dragons was a 3-day marathon in college, where my buddies and I were like, we haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a while. I want to play, and we had a weekend where we had nothing to do, and it was like a holiday. And my school was a very commuter-friendly school. I went to Adelphi University, so like on the weekends or holidays, it would be abandoned. So, so we're like, let's play Dungeons and Dragons, and we ordered food in for the 3 days straight, and we played Dungeons and Dragons. It was lots of fun, and I'd love to play a game again, but who has that kind of time?
Yeah, exactly. I played it. That's interesting. Is it better to watch Word Balloon on YouTube or listen to podcasts when the episodes overlap? Well, they mostly overlap these days because I do them. It seems like I do the videos first. Very few people only want to do the audio these days. Okay, every now and then someone's like, "Yeah, do you mind if we just do audio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's okay." I don't know. I'm growing the word. I mean, I'd say it's to your convenience. Whichever you'd prefer is okay with me.
You put it out wherever, and whoever wants to watch it wherever they can.
Yeah. I mean, I think audio is a little more portable, but I think doing the live video is good, and and I'm just kind of growing the audience. How you doing, Brad?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say the first couple times I played Dungeons and Dragons, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and then my friend Brad Stein, and I just thought it was like, all right, whatever. And I kind of rolled my eyes. Not that it was too nerdy for me, but his character was disguised as a cleric, and he would talk as a cleric, and he had kind of affected an Irish accent. But apparently, the cleric was a disguise for an 8th level ninja. And I'm just like, okay, like, can't you just be? I'm a thief. I'm a cleric. I'm a wizard. Whatever the hell you are, and everything. I'm like, really? All right, whatever. Like, you guys are way too into it. I'll see you later.
How fast into the game did you kill his ass?
I mean, whatever. It was so funny when Tom King and the Benson sisters and I were going to play movie trivia, and I'm like, "Do you guys have dice?" And the Benson's like, "We got the 20-sided dice." I'm like, "No, just a regular dice, 6 sides." That's all. There's only 6 categories in Trivial Pursuit. 1 die will do. Oh, and I had to get a die app, which I have on my phone.
Really?
Yeah. And so did Tom. So did King. But they're like, "We found dice." I'm like, "Okay, great. We got ice." So yeah, that cracked me up.
I think playing the limited times I did while in high school fostered my love for storytelling, because people would
Absolutely.
tell me what a good dungeon master I was.
Awesome.
I would create these elaborate stories and things that would happen, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can make a living at this, and then never did until later.
You know who is quite the dungeon master is Gigantic Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Here's a scenario. Now he goes to, or used to go to Gen Con every year, and really had like a lot of big time Gen Con connections. Like connections you got for comics. That's what I got in gaming. I'm like, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, do that. So I don't trust digital dice. Doesn't feel as random as. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Jack. I wouldn't go to Vegas with my digital dice. I understand.
So digital dice, what do you throw your phone against the wall, or
you tap the app? Here, I'll show you.
You tap the app. How do you play craps in an alleyway like that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Come on, Big 7. Hold on.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Oh, that's funny.
I'd have to say
his internet is down.
I'd have to say
and Skoke responded with Colonel Ty saying, "God's damn. You're God's damn right."
I would have to say that sit down, you're rocking the boat if you're using that digital app.
Sit down.
You get it? You get the reference?
So here it is. And then you tap it. But you see, that's the weird thing is, like, a lot of times you do it, and sometimes like the same number will pop up, and it doesn't. It's like that doesn't seem normal. So yeah, there's a 4, there's a 6 again, 3.
It's only got three, six options there. And let me tell you, this is riveting. Watching you roll that digital things. It's riveting. Anthony says, I'm respecting the lockdown and social distancing as much as I can. What movie would you return to a theater? Wonder Woman, 1984 for me. Oh, wait. What movie would get you to return? Oh, if I can read and understand, you're asking what movie could get me to return to a movie theater.
Yes.
I would have to say, I don't know, something X-rated.
I don't know.
Something X-rated.
I got to be honest. I mean, I guess I would lean to either Wonder Woman 84 or the Christopher Nolan movie Tenet. Sounds interesting, but
that's coming out like this month in theaters.
I don't know. I mean, it was supposed to at the end of the. Well, I heard myself echo.
I thought you hurt yourself.
I don't know because again, another third of the country suddenly, the virus came back. Yeah. And I think that's screwing things up again. So I don't know. You're right. It was supposed to come out at the end of this month, supposedly. If I can mispronounce supposedly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, right now I'd say, how about no? How about none? Hello, Wayne. Yeah.
I'm kind of scared, right?
Yeah.
Jack says Wonder Woman 84 and Mulan he wants to see in the theaters. Wayne says Gal Gadot or Gadot on the big screen for me. Get it?
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Tenet. Anthony says Tenet pushed August 12th. Oh, there you go. Woman to Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, pushed to October exactly.
Tenet was advertising on the televisions with a July release for theaters. Yeah. So yeah.
But they pushed it back.
No, I mean up until recently. I think like a couple weeks ago or something like that. So I was like, they're crazy.
Correct.
They're crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like no, and especially after California, rolled itself back again. It's like, yeah, sorry, we got to shut down again.
Yeah.
And man, honestly, watching the news and watching these people, I just want to get back to the beach. And it's like, yeah, we all do. Of course we do. But you got to listen to, Mr. Fauci, who says, well, I understand, but wear a mask.
Who's your Fauci based on? Because when you do that, it reminds me of somebody.
I think it's actually my Alphonse D'Amato. New York congressman.
Yeah. He was my congressman. Yeah. Here in New York.
In your district?
Well, not my district, but he was New York. You see him all the time.
I understand. Sorry, I live in the apartment. I felt bad. Was it last night? I think it was. It was either last night or with Nicola. We get late Amazon deliveries even up until like the 8 o'clock hour or whatever before 9, and the buzzer. I'm like, sorry, I live in an apartment.
Well, you distracted me. I was going to say something and then I forgot.
Well, we were talking about Alphonse D'Amato.
Oh, that's what it was. I saw something on TV where they interviewed a youngish guy who got COVID from after going to the bar, and they're like, well, did you think this was? We didn't really hear much about it or see anything about it, so we were just having a good time with my friends. And I'm like, what world are you living in where you don't know this is happening? What's happening where you don't know that? Oh, geez. Look at this guy.
There we go. Yeah. Exactly.
I forgot to go to
commercial everyone.
Because I don't have any new ones. So.
Hello there.
So,
how are you, Scott?
I'm pretty good, guys. It's good to see your faces. It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, we've been locked up this whole time.
Exactly. Managed to get a haircut on Monday.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, see, Steve's right there with the comment.
It's good. It's good.
I got a haircut too. I cut it myself, styled it.
Did you? Nice. You did a good job.
Very nice.
Thank you.
My barber complimented me on the bang job that I did. Not my haircut, just the bang job that I did in the alley. I was going to watch it. Sorry. Well, after I took off my mask, I dropped my pants and.
Did you look like the Lone Ranger? No, I'm only kidding. When I cut my hair, it's a process. Hold on to that thought. When I cut my hair, it's a process. I have like like 12 or 13 mirrors that I set up in this like what? I like a good 3D funhouse effect when I'm getting a haircut. I gotta look at myself from all angles.
I think that's good. It's just I just like the idea that you're positioning 13 mirrors.
I mean, but it's elaborate because some are hanging above me. And what the hell's so funny?
Well, because there's 13 mirrors that are being elaborate and stuff. It's like, you know.
Yeah, and they're not the small hand mirrors. There's one of those for hand holding.
I'm really hoping that most of these are Yvette's and that you're just using her mirrors.
No. She's not allowed to use my mirrors. Right. And most of them are like the ones you hang on closet doors. The big ones. So they're. What the hell is so funny?
How are you setting these up? 13
Look at this haircut. It's awesome. I did a good job, and that's because
all the lights were out.
That's not funny, Scope. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, Wayne, but you're like almost bald, so buzzing yourself during the lockdown, that's not that impressive.
Yeah, but where did he buzz himself?
That's true. There you go.
Yeah. So you were going to talk about the Lone Ranger. Hi, Sergio. How are you? You're on your dad's. Sebastian.
I'm the last guy to cut our president any sort of slack whatsoever. He makes the comment about, I should share the screen. I'll find the photo. But it's like, yeah, everybody laughed. I looked like the Lone Ranger, and everybody's putting up the Clayton Moore pictures. My favorite were ones of the mask, but they had about his eyes. People would reposition the mask. I look like the Lone Ranger, don't I? And stuff. And it's like, no, man, he's talking about, I got to find it.
You brought this argument up to me last night or the night before.
I'll make the argument. Back in the serials days, the cliffhangers, like the original Captain Marvel, and Batman 12 chapter things, Kirk Allen, Superman and stuff. There was a Lone Ranger one, and he had a full face mask that literally was his entire face, and it just had eyes. But it wasn't like, a domino mask. It wasn't, like, all right, Tunnel, you and I will go to camp, and we'll see what's happening.
It wasn't like the mask that Scoot wears when he shows up here?
Right. Thank you. Yes, that would have been an easier explanation. But then you wouldn't have gotten my Junior Birdman kind of move, like, all right, men, let's all go to camp.
Ooh, you do look.
I'll show you the photo.
Yeah,
I'll show you the photo. I gotta find it.
You were saying that he remembers that from his youngin' days. Yeah. He probably saw it, but you know what? He's not that smart. He's not that smart to pick that reference up from wherever he saw it. And you really think Trump was watching The Lone Ranger?
Oh, I can't do it because I'm on Firefox. I'm not on Chrome. Dumbass.
No.
That I am.
No.
So never mind. Never you mind.
No.
It's you know what I'm saying.
Brad asked, are we going to watch a movie and comment again sometime? Yes.
I made a suggestion.
Yeah, you did.
Did you guys watch the trailer for it?
No. I want to be totally surprised from now on every movie.
1989 Arena, I think, would be one we could watch without having to first watch it and immediately just enjoy the cheese of it while it's happening, and we won't have to do any homework.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I'm never gonna pre-watch a movie again when we do that. I'm just gonna go in cold and make the jokes off the cuff. Nice. You guys should watch it though, so this way somebody knows what they're talking about. But Franco's Matrix and his haircut experience. Thank you for that, Wayne.
It depends on the movie, I guess, as far as my feeling on it.
And I can't imagine a 13 mirror setup, says Jack. And Jack, you are not using enough imagination. That's all.
Jack, I've seen your hair. I would opt for the 13 mirrors if at all possible.
It's true.
So,
and I forget we have youngins here who like to ask me questions. I have a question for you. How do you do your drawings on an iPad Pro? By pressing on the screen with an Apple Pencil. That's how I do
that beep at the door. Apparently, a giant package is waiting for me.
Ooh, I already have one.
So, I don't know which one. Well, because I already got the two that I was expecting from today. I don't know what it could be, unless it might be. I ordered a bike. And I had to get and being a large fat man, I had to buy a bike that, can handle my weight. So
$2 extra
with fat tires. Pardon me? What'd you say?
It is $2 extra.
It is $2 extra. It absolutely was $2 extra. Yes.
Did you get the bike with the fat tires?
I did.
So I want to get one, but then I don't want to feel goofy riding around on one of those things because
it doesn't look that weird. It really doesn't.
It really does. I have a
disagree.
bike trail here by the house that I go on, and some people are riding bikes, and you're like, oh, there's a normal guy on a bike, and then someone rides on one of those things, and it looks too big for their body.
I'm not worried. Well, that's impossible with me. Let's be honest.
Like if you put Skoke on there, he's going to look like one of those stick figures.
Yeah,
like in a drawing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is true.
As a matter of fact, while you guys are talking, I'm going to draw a picture of what Mike would look like on that bike. So,
and while Franco's drawing that, I'm sure you guys are wondering if I have any more weird stuff to show you.
I was wondering. Hey, can you tell me? Did you not send me your Jazzy Jeff air freshener?
Oh, can we talk about that for a second? Did you send it to Mike Nagin? Was that you?
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
No, it was not me. Mystery. I still maintain that was not me.
I believe
because I have it. I have it right here.
I know you showed it exactly.
Yeah, but you could have had two, and you're trying to fool us with your shenanigans. Because I call shenanigans. Okay, I'm almost done. Hold on. Hold still, Mike. I want to get your.
I suppose that's possible. I don't care, and I'd like it to remain a mystery. But no, go ahead. What have you got in new stuff?
Ooh. This is a Jeff Goldblum action figure from the film Independence Day.
No way. Really?
Yeah, from 1994. My brother gave this to me.
I remember those, yeah.
A long time ago. And
wow.
I just ran across it today. I was doing some cleaning.
That looks like a repurposed Clark Kent doll.
I mean, look at the size of this guy.
Yeah, he's very buff.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
He's roided up.
Yeah.
See, Wayne says he calls double shenanigans, so I'm thinking, yeah.
I doubly don't give a shit. But
he also says that fat is cool.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's not a fat bike. Exactly.
Is Art Balthazar going to join the live stream? You know what? Your guess is as good as mine.
That's true. He's not sure. He wasn't sure. Because he had a lot of stuff.
Is the Refresher still a Mike Norton mystery? Yes, Jack. We need to find out and talk about it for an hour.
It was continuing. The mystery was continuing on Twitter too. The conversation. So Johnny, I know you can't get enough of it, and it's spreading.
Well, was it really? Okay, yeah. I'm ready for the picture of Mike on a fat tire bike. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Wow, that was fast. That is kind of what my bike will look like. That's true.
I like the hair. The hair is
awesome.
the best.
Yeah. So there he is. Oh, I forgot. I should have drawn the cap on you.
Did the suspect look like that man? Yes.
I'm wondering, is this the guy? Is this the guy that sent the air freshener to Mike Nagin? Is what I'm thinking. Because the air freshener, it would go right here. This is where the air freshener would go. It would hang right there. The air freshener. See the big arrow? The air freshener would hang.
Nice.
Would hang right there.
That's beautiful.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
That's what I look like on a normal bike.
No, I really want.
I gotta put that in my file right now.
I want to work out more, and I wanted to find a way of doing. I called my gym this morning, and they're open. They opened last Friday, but the pool isn't ready yet, and they're dumping the chemicals in to retreat it. But I go, so how's the pool going to work? And the guy goes, it's going to be first come first serve basis. And I'm like, okay, can I just make a suggestion? And really, I was very calm. I wasn't a jerk about it, but I'm like, wouldn't it make more sense to maybe have a schedule and people could call in advance and reserve? Okay, fine. 10 o'clock is open. You only get 30 minutes. You have from 10 to 10:30. Come 10 minutes early or something like that. Well, this is coming down from corporate, and I'm like, okay. I'm not.
You know what your problem is, Johnny?
What?
You're using too much common sense in this age. In this age where we're not using any common sense.
Because also it's going from 4 lanes to 2, which I can appreciate social distancing from a swimming standpoint. That's cool. But yeah, I'm just like, doesn't that make more sense to do it that way?
I like your idea. Is it only one at a time in the pool, or how?
It would be 2 at a time. I guess there's 2 lanes.
Doesn't the mixture, aren't you basically making a soup when you're in a swimming pool with all these other people?
Well, but again, it's your breath or whatever.
But you're breathing out in the water. You guys are going to get COVID of the butt or something.
I don't think it. I don't know. It dissipates in water. I don't know.
So do farts.
Exactly. No, I really don't know. But yeah, I really want to swim because I love swimming and it's like my favorite form of exercise and it's the whole body. So like it would, benefit.
You know where you could swim?
Yeah, I know.
Every year when I go out to
your mama, where can I swim?
hey, my mama don't know how to swim. Okay.
No,
Yeah, no, she's from Italian.
it's only surrounded by water, the entire country. But okay, whatever.
No Italian farmer from my family has ever learned how to swim. Okay, the most they could do is look into a well to try and get drinking water, but that's about it. And that's not a euphemism. That's actually true. I would actually, when I went on vacation to Italy for the 2 weeks I was down south with my family, it was my job to go get the water at the well. Because basically they live there every day and they're like, geez, I got to walk 30 miles to go get the water at the well. Hey, we'll send this young guy. So it was my job. But I'll tell you something, the water was really cold. We went to this place where my family owned this piece of land in Italy where it was, they had a mountain stream. And we went there for a picnic when we went on vacation in Italy, and we put a watermelon underneath the stream, where it was like a little waterfall. And, we had that for dessert, basically. And
Sure.
And we couldn't eat it. It was so cold.
Wow.
From the water. It was great tasting water, though. See, Wayne agrees with me, but COVID. It's nasty. Yeah. So anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, but nobody knows how to swim in Italy.
Johnny, have you been to Italy before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, and obviously Greece is right next door, over the water, over the mountain stream.
Sandy.
But I should because I do kick myself. I've never really had the opportunity. I'm glad my sister went. She took my nephew. My sister Penny went to Greece. But no, I'd love to go to Italy. I hear nothing but how beautiful it is. And same thing with Greece.
Nobody will let us in though right now, right? Nobody
can go anywhere.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
Are you kidding me? Even Canadians don't want us there right now.
That's true too.
That's ridiculous.
Once again, American exceptionalism. This is what we voted for. Thank you, America.
Careful, you're gonna turn those
somebody off. Like we have Trump supporters in our family. Do we really? And I like Pig. I like Trump very much.
I don't care, Joni. I don't care anymore.
Do you guys think Trump watches the Aya podcast?
Absolutely. I like.
He does.
I like the part where Mike shows us various knickknacks that he has in his house. I like when he takes giant drinks from his gallon jug.
Why do you think he's so pissed on Twitter all the time? Oh, he drank. We should show a hydration commercial.
Oh, we'll be right back.
Should I? I'm gonna.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You loaded it up.
I forgot where we were. Oh, there we are. Okay, let's hydrate. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I like the theme song because it sounds like you borrowed it from Kool and the Gang. Very heavy bass.
My son and I promised he's been really busy at work, and I've been busy with a bunch of stuff. But we've been meaning to get to some new commercials, and we will. I've got some ideas for some. I think you're gonna like them. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the new intro that I have where the guy's reading the magazine on the couch?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like he's reading a comic book and stuff.
Oh yeah, that looked good.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Well, Sergio says in your background I see a Harley Quinn and a Black Panther. Oh, you do. Thank you. There used to be a Wonder Woman over there, but I sold that one. So now that one's for sale, and so's that one. So thank you. I paint real well. Thank you.
Sergio, this is Jeff Goldblum here. This is a pillow with Jeff Goldblum's face on it, the actor. Thank you.
I
painted that as well. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Has there been a sighting of Mike the Vampire Slayer?
Yeah, Mike's busy. Just roaming the countryside, steak and Klieg lights in hand, killing vampires.
He shows up in your house and stands in front of the window.
It almost looks like in my background, it almost looks like that's just extreme light that's over my back door, but it's far enough in the distance that it doesn't blind us all. At least that's what I'm telling everybody.
Are you sure? Because
I think so.
I can't see.
Exactly. Anyway, I would, and then I would.
Because you're doing this is the reason that he's not here. I bet.
Good.
It's wow.
No,
wow.
No. I love Mike. I truly do love Mike. That's what's so frustrating. It's like, no, you have good stories. I just don't understand.
When
you.
things open up again, and you want to go to C2E2 or New York Comic Con, and
I'm
then
gonna lose what few teeth I have left in my head,
and then you realize that you're not
this is what making fun of me.
You're not allowed in anymore. That's
true. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mike, can I get in early? No.
There will be posters all over the place with your face on it saying, "Do not let this man in."
It's true. It's very true. I know, man. I'm telling you, and just like movies, we were talking about or movies earlier. What movies we'd go see in the theater? It is so obvious. Like no conventions, at least till next year, at least.
Yeah.
Once again, my sister with their impeccable timing.
Sister.
So some of the movies that we were talking about that I told the story of how I saw Chariots of Fire and Towering Inferno over and over again. Because they were playing at this certain movie theater where my parents had a restaurant. Another movies I would watch over and over again that they had that movie theater was Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Love that movie.
You remember that movie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You know who directed that movie?
Carl Reiner.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I brought it up because
of course
he has passed away.
Really bummed me out. Really bummed me out.
And it shouldn't because he's 98 years old, but
he had a great run. Absolutely.
But I'm still sad.
Well, because he was still like so vital in literally his last days, let alone last years. Yeah. And for 98 was still very sharp. One of my favorite podcasts is the Carson podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard it, Skoke, and I know I've talked about it before. And literally they just in the last 2 weeks had released a new conversation with Carl Reiner that they recorded during COVID. It was only recorded a couple weeks earlier, and he was telling great show business stories because the guy worked with everybody and knew everybody literally from the 40s till this past week when he passed away. And it's so sad. And he was just brilliant. And what a career. And really, from a multi-talented standpoint, writer, director, actor, it's hard to think of guys that were funnier. You can obviously put Woody Allen in that category. And I know people that he's problematic now.
Well, I never found him like that.
Oh, I like Woody Allen. I think Woody Allen was funny as an actor and a director and a writer. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Dick Van Dyke Show alone. I mean, and think of the career he had prior to the Dick Van Dyke Show and after the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah, but you also think about how he had the insight and the mind capacity because the Dick Van Dyke Show wasn't working, and they wanted to recast it, redid it, and he did that. He did that with Dick Van Dyke because he was in the lead role originally. Right. And
the pilot is on Netflix of him, and it's called Head of the Family and stuff. And
I hope everybody's ready.
Hey! Oh, vampires. There he is once again, trying even harder. I think they're much better.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
it's
Mike.
Mike Vampire Slayer. Yay!
Hello there.
Forgive me, for my unshaven, unkempt look. I just saw your text 30 seconds ago, and I was like, oh.
Oh, well, we'll take care of that. So,
what am I?
Wow.
Not me.
That's
not me.
It was unshaven, unkempt. I had to take you off. It was. Come on, the joke was right there, man.
I can't tell. I'm not shaven either. I can see it a little bit on me, but I don't know. And again, maybe because we're all self-aware. Yeah, I can see it on Frank. I see the beard.
What's up, man? You look anorexic.
I've lost like 20 pounds.
He did good.
Good for you. I hate you.
I know. I took all of Francis's weight, and you can see it right there. Right there.
Well, what happened? Yeah, what happened was I went to the doctor, and he said, you need to lose weight or you will die. So I said, oh, I guess I'm losing some weight. So
yeah, don't die.
See, that's very smart of you. I've heard that before, and I haven't listened. So
Yeah, well, it's scary when he sits you down and says, "You need to lose weight, or you're gonna die." And then you laugh, and then he looks at you and says, "I'm not kidding." So you're like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Heavy.
Don't want to die.
yeah.
Wow, the kid just asked for a Seymour Butts.
Seymour
Wow.
Butts. Yeah, nice.
I remember when Jack used to bring his kid around in a stroller and stuff, and it was he was the cutest little baby, and that was years ago.
And I
Sure, now
remember
he's
sometimes in
24.
Artist Alley, we would roll Jack around on the stroller.
Because he was the cutest little baby. Absolutely, you can do that.
I remember once when we were in Chicago at Rickabenny's, and Jack rolled up on a stroller. He was riding his bike, and I saw him go by, and then he stopped, and he turned around, and he came inside. And I'm like, where do I know this guy? It was like one of the first years I met him, I think, over in the C2E2 Chicago areas.
He used to come to Challengers all the time too for signings and different events that they had. That's where I really got to know Jack. Good dude.
Jack is one of my favorite people in the whole world.
Really
I
good
love
dude.
you, Jack. You know that. You know
Excuse
that,
me,
Jack.
no offense to Jack, but really, I'm right here.
One of. I have a lot of one ofs.
No, I am the favorite. Okay.
My wife and kids might disagree with that, but
You were supposed to be the chosen one.
Mario says, "Shit, now I'm behind and have to draw two pictures where make fun of, praise the greatest." It's true, but no swearing, Mario. You can't say shit because there's kids watching.
Nice.
So,
but you can read it.
oh, I guess it was there. So, what was I gonna not read it? I'm not gonna censor the guy.
It's true. You don't have any right to censor anybody. That's not. That's this. You can't censor people.
So, favorite Carl Reiner thingy.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
I mean, I love Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. I think that is, I love every time it's on TV, I watch it. It's such a great movie and such a great Forrest Gump experiment that worked, well. And again, about 12 years before Forrest Gump in terms of matching the old movies and putting Steve Martin, with Cary Grant and Bogart and everybody. It's amazing.
You know what one of my favorite things of late to do is I will make a meal when we are all around, so the whole family can get in on this and sit around. And one of the things I like to do is put on the Dick Van Dyke Show, and we watched a couple of those, or I Love Lucy, and they're in black and white. So my son Nick, who's 20, soon to be 21, will watch them with us and have comments on things that happen. But we started watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and the things that he says about the things that happen are of endless joy to me. Because there was a little girl who was wearing like a pajama robe type thing, and he just starts laughing. He goes, "What's that?" And my wife and I both said at the same time, "It's a house coat." And he starts busting out laughing like, "What the hell is a house coat?" So I'm enjoying little things like that when somebody doesn't have a good reference point for things.
Or as my
sure.
Yiddish grandmother would call it, a schmata.
Sure. Schmata,
Yeah.
absolutely a rag. Absolutely. That's two things. One, when you said that Dick Van Dyke's in black and white, have you seen the two episodes that they colorized? And colorization.
I'm going to show them on CBS. I think.
Oh, that makes sense, of course, because they did that great special. They show those, and they should show. I think it was in the 90s. They did a reunion show in character, and
did they?
and it was amazing. And obviously, Buddy had passed away, but
they brought
Sally
him
was
back
on
anyway?
it, and everyone was on it except for Jerry Helper and Buddy.
Did they bring him? Did they bring him back anyway? Just stand him up in the corner.
Yeah, I wish. And then they had somebody moving his mouth. Yeah, Pickles and I were gonna come, but
There's a hand that comes out.
did you know Maury Amsterdam? Because he was like an old Las Vegas entertainer, bought tons of land. Well, that too, but he bought tons of land in the desert when it was still undeveloped, and it became like part of like Las Vegas, and was like so wealthy beyond acting. Dick Van Dyke would tell this story all the time, and he was like just rolling in dough because in the 40s he bought undeveloped land in Las Vegas that became commercial property and stuff, and hung on to it till his death, and made him incredibly wealthy. It's kind
That's
of
a good idea. Can we still do that?
the two landowners the two famous celebrity landowners in California were, of course, Bob Hope. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey,
And,
I have an airport named after me.
And Fred McMurray, my three sons. And
Oh,
they
yeah?
just like Bob Hope had so much money in his 90s. He like donated like, a quarter of California back to the state. Yeah, I'm not doing anything with it. Here, go ahead. Go ahead and build something. All right.
You can only land at so many airports. Here you go.
How about John Wayne Airport? They want to cancel John Wayne Airport.
Yeah. Well, he's a racist, right?
Well, he did say some pretty lousy things, but it's not good. I mean, the record isn't good,
No.
and they go beyond like even Archie Bunker would go, "Geez, there, like, easy there,
Jeez, eat it.
Duke."
I have a Carl Reiner
Yeah,
experience. Now, this is because of my age, but
Where did you meet him?
I never met him. Sadly, I knew nothing about him until the movie Ocean's 11 came out, and he was in
great in
that.
Ocean's 11.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Saul.
him in that, and that was the first time though that I ever heard about him. And then I,
Wow.
over the years, learned about like this is not
What are you,
he's known
12?
for. I am 13.
Like Scoot. He and Scoot were in 7th grade together. Exactly.
No, I think I'm getting close to colonoscopy age. I think I'm getting there.
Yeah, let me
Sounds-
get my blood.
As someone who's had them, no, you're not.
Congratulations.
Shut up, you idiot.
Really?
Oh,
I was looking forward to it though. I thought
Are you? Good
Yeah.
for you.
you get to drink that stuff, and then you get to
the worst.
clean. You get cleaned out, and then you
Yeah.
go in. They shoot a movie inside of you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
I have mine if you want to borrow it.
Your colon or your footage?
No, just my colon. Yeah, I don't
Oh.
have the footage anymore.
So
Oh,
go
yeah.
on about
It
Ocean's
got
11
lost.
and Carl
But
Reiner.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the movie Ocean's 11. I really
Oh,
like
God,
it, and that was my first exposure to Carl Reiner. Was that movie? I wasn't aware at the time that he wrote and did all this stuff. He wrote most of the first season of Dick Van Dyke Show himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's impressive. Just
Yeah.
one person.
Well, like we
doing
were
all
saying
that?
before, originally he was going to star in it. Because John said on YouTube, there's the
Netflix.
pilot episode on Netflix. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Where
you
were
can-
they running?
yeah.
Dick Van
You
Dyke?
can watch it. It's not funny.
No, it
There's-
isn't.
Yeah.
No,
It's
as I
painful.
heard it, it was Sheldon Leonard who Peter Lawford of the Rat Pack actually financed the pilot. And Sheldon Leonard, hey Bub, how are you? The guy from It's a Wonderful Life, he's the bartender. Oh, you out you
Where
two
do you get
pixies
off?
go.
Call me Nick.
Through the door, or out
Exactly.
the window.
True,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
And he became first he was a great character actor, then he started writing radio plays, then he started writing television and became a producer. And he and Danny Thomas's sitcom was their first big success, so they were making other TV shows. And he saw Reiner's pilot and he said, I want to do it, but I want to do it with somebody else. We got to get someone else to play you. He's like, okay. And Dick Van Dyke was in Bye Bye Birdie, the original Broadway production of Bye Bye Birdie, and they went to see him, and they were really blown away by how multi-talented he was, and that's how Dick Van Dyke was chosen, because he really and when you think about it, I mean, he had done some TV, but Dick Van Dyke was nobody other than on Broadway. Yes, Colin's 11.
Colin's 11. I like that. It's funny.
I like that a lot. But
I
yeah, he was
feel-
that was just the beginning, and then really then Carl Reiner during the last season of Dick Van Dyke made The Russians Are Coming, and he left the show to do that movie. But also during Dick Van Dyke, he made a couple great movies. Turner is going to do a whole day of his films, because his films, even prior to hooking up with Steve Martin with The Jerk and Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, and pardon me, what was the other one with Kathleen Turner?
The Man with Two Brains.
Man with Two Brains. Hilarious. That is such a great movie.
That's a good movie. It's
Oh my
really
God.
funny.
Dr. Heffer.
Wasn't that was with Steve Martin as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Paul Benedict, Mr. Bentley from
Yeah.
The Jeffersons is in that. And David Warner, everybody's favorite bad guy, is the mad scientist in that movie. And he's amazing and very funny in that movie.
Oh, I gotta watch that now.
Oh, it's so good. And Kathleen Turner is the hottie. Oh my God, she's lovely in that movie. Jesus.
And you know who else is in that movie? If I remember, there was a
Don't tell the
It was-
spoiler.
no, I'm not. No, there was a girl in that movie, blonde. I forget her name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Not Randy Oakes, but she was in a short-lived TV show called Wizards and Warriors, and
She's the hooker. She's the hooker.
Jeff
But it's the
Conway's
really
in that.
annoying-
Jeff
She has an
Conway,
annoying voice.
Yeah, she's the annoying hooker with the voice.
Yeah, well,
Right? Yeah.
okay.
But she's
I have to
gorgeous.
inject this ammonia in your butt. I don't mind.
I had asked, I had met Jeff Conway, and I asked him about that show, Wizards and Warriors, and his total response was, I was like, what happened? That was a great show. He goes, what are you going to do?
I'm waiting for Mike Nagan to pull out a picture of him and Carl Reiner to show us.
I've never
Well,
met Carl Reiner.
You know what I have in my bookshelf? I'll go and get it. Reiner was, as you probably know, in his last years, was just writing books left and right. And he wrote a Dick Van Dyke book, and I bought it. And for an extra $25, he would autograph it, and he did autograph it for me.
Oh, cool.
So I do have his autograph.
I want to say her name was Randy Brooks. Look it up because I'm all entangled.
I don't mind.
I feel bad for Mel Brooks, because
Yeah, I know who's going to hang out with.
Yeah.
Every night they would watch Jeopardy together.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him.
Now this
Yeah,
is
me
really
too.
bad, but now Mel is going to win every game. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, but you're right. Like
I'm sorry.
they
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm
after
sorry.
they both lost their wives, no, they were just like hanging out even more because they, that's tragic, man. I'm totally with you.
Kevin is obviously looking at the wrong live stream right now.
Mel Brooks was at 2E2 once, I think it was. Or maybe it was New York Comic Con. Do you know this?
No.
Oh, I think I remember he showed up or something like that for
Because Max Brooks was there
Right.
promoting whatever he was promoting at the time, World War Z.
Probably World War Z. Yeah.
And Mel just showed up and sat with him, and believe it or not, no one knew who he was.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Probably he just sat there like a little old man, and nobody bothered him until he was gone. Somebody was like, "You know that was Mel Brooks," and people were like, "What?" But he was already gone.
It is Randy Brooks, Francis. You're right.
It is, right?
Yep.
See, I have one of those memories for things like that.
She was in Terror Vision and
Mhm.
Cop from 1988.
Yeah.
James
Cop
Woods
was a good
movie.
one. I remember that one. That was
Yep.
a good one.
Yeah, it's a decent movie. I like Cop.
Yeah. No, it was horrible.
I'm looking to see who else was in this thing. Julia Duffy?
Yep.
Julie Duffy's in Man with Two Brains.
No, Wizards and Warriors.
Wizards and
Wizards
Warriors. Yeah.
Funny.
And the guy with the chin, he was the bad guy. He
in
was
Wizards
in.
and Warriors.
Yeah, what's his name?
Clive Revell?
Maybe. If you look at a picture of him, he's got one of those. You know that guy that was in the movie, the Stallone movie with the jaw, the big jaw. He was Maniac Cop or something like that as well.
I know who
Not as pronounced as that guy.
Which
But,
Stallone movie? Cobra?
Over the Top.
No.
I think it was
Which
over
one?
the top.
Copland? Copland?
Yeah, Over the Top, right? With the
Oh, the
no?
arm wrestling movie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I can't remember that one. Yes. But
I never
sure.
watched the whole movie. I don't know. I just knew that when I was working in radio, in adult contemporary radio, we used to have to play the Kenny Loggins song from
Yeah.
that movie it was called Meet Me Halfway.
Meet me
Wow.
halfway.
Horrible. Yeah, it's right. I was going to say put it on the flip side of Who's Zooming Who, and you've got your Franco 80s twofer.
I sent you that link the other day, Johnny.
Well, yeah, I made the realization that I still love a lot of 80s music, and that was 40 years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like my father in the 80s still loving big band music because that was 40 years ago. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it happened.
So what did I do? I sent you the link to Who's Zooming Who.
It's true. It's
Because,
like Stewie on Family Guy. I've become my father. Look at me having sex with a pig. I've become my father.
Oh, bye, Jack.
We don't care, Jack. Go.
Oh, yeah.
No, I want to see Star Wars Rebels too, Jack.
I
Hold on.
love people in the chat. They're like, "Yeah, listen, I got to do." It's like, all right,
Tango and Cash. Thank you, nameless Facebook user. If you
Great,
give StreamYard your permission,
that's
we'll
a
know
fun
who you are.
movie. That's a
Yeah.
fun movie.
Says Tango and Cash.
Yeah,
I like that movie.
yeah, he's got the chin.
Terry
That guy.
Hatcher, one of Terry Hatcher's first flicks, besides
Mm.
that.
Yeah, he was
and-
Stallone's daughter or something, right? In that movie.
I don't know.
No, Terry Hatcher plays the girlfriend.
How's getting a headset soon going, Negan?
It's not going. I don't want one.
It's
Yeah, I know you don't want
quarantine.
one, but again, we don't hear half the sentence. But by all means.
He's in quarantine. He can't go get him now. Johnny, come on.
I ordered one for
That guy had a chin. It looked like this when he had a chin.
He's doing a magic trick. I understand. Wait a minute. Let me put on my X-ray specs.
That actor
I
with
think I
the
know what he's
chin.
saying. Exactly.
That actor with the chin looked like this, but he didn't. His chin wasn't as pronounced as the Clyde guy from Wizards and Warriors.
Paul
That was only on
Kupperberg.
for one season, and I loved that show because it was like Dungeons and Dragons, but just really bad.
I can't keep buying headsets for people. I did it for Paul Kupperberg because he's old, and because he was like, yes, anyway, I was doing this thing the other day, and I was, and I'm like, Paul, I want you on my show, but I can't understand you. So, and I bought him the headset. He sent me a picture where he's like, "These are great."
You're gonna buy me a headset? Is that what you're
I
trying
don't
to
think
say?
so. No,
I
I'm
think
saying
that's
no.
what he
You're
just
young
said.
enough. You can buy your own damn headset. You just don't want to do it.
So you're trying to say that Paul Kupperberg is more important than I am? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, he's written more books than you, and doesn't have a fixation of wondering where his Jazzy Jeff air freshener came from.
Yeah, did you ever find out where it came from?
No, never. That is an unsolved mystery. Oh my god! I can.
Someone should take a screen cap of that.
Plays Tango. Mario knows way too much about Tango and Cash. I'm thinking here.
Tango's sister.
Yeah.
Tango. Isn't that what the astronauts used to drink on their rockets and stuff?
That was
Tango.
Tang, not
I'm
Tango.
just- I'm
Tang.
more-
Mike, what's your Carl Reiner, your favorite Carl Reiner thing?
The Peacemaker.
The
Yes,
Jerk.
let's get back
It
to
would
Paul
have to be The
Reiner.
Jerk. I used to love that movie as a kid. The Jerk.
Which one? Jerk.
The Jerk.
Jerk's good.
Named after you, Johnny.
I used to be a poor black
Sure.
child. That was when
Classic.
when the guy goes to the gas station and the glasses keeps falling down his face, and he goes, "Damn these glasses!" And he goes, "Okay, I damn thee."
Everything. Burnett
Lost.
Peters is funny in that movie. Burnett Peters, by the way, get your Klieg lights, Negan. There's a vampire for you to kill because she is a vampire.
Yeah.
She still is
She
lovely.
still looks good, yeah.
60 years later, the first time I ever saw her or whatever. It's ridiculous how beautiful she still is.
Yep.
She
Cool.
never ages.
Just picking up the soap, Pee Wee. Yes, it's true. Yeah.
No, he was Oh God, the George Burns,
Oh,
John Denver
no.
movie. John Denver, very funny in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
George
God.
Burns is George Burns. You know,
Oh God, 2, not so funny.
no.
not as good. And Oh God 3, also not that. Oh God, you devil.
Oh God,
That's
you
right.
devil.
With Ted Watts. Poor Ted Watts. Other than soap, it's like, and I know he became a television director and did a lot of sitcoms, including Blossom. But yeah,
I like that
it's like
Spoke and the rest of the audience are sitting here going,
what exactly? Huh? What?
I actually know who that is, only because of Gilbert Gottfried's podcast. Ted Wasp was a guest one week.
I heard.
Oh yes, but that was the first time I've heard of him. I've learned about so many actors from long ago because of that podcast.
I am so behind on listening to Gilbert. I was like halfway through Bob Balaban, and I know that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Who did he have this week?
Yeah, Brad Garrett this week, who was
Oh, that's
excellent.
right. And I want to
Yeah.
hear that.
I don't like that, Raymond.
Did he do a lot of voices?
He did voices. He talked
That's
about he used to tour with Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr.
Yep.
And he had stories
really?
about them. Yeah, like he was the opening act for those guys.
Right.
And he'd be on the bus with them touring around. It was that's something. I had no idea
Really?
about that part.
I
about
had
his
no
past.
idea about
Yeah.
that either.
He had a
Yeah.
weird sitcom before Raymond where he was like either working at a radio station or something, but he did like all of his imitations there. And that's
Oh,
the first
really?
time I really became aware of him. And wasn't he on Star Search?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
He does. Sorry to spoil it, but he does a great Cosby.
Not better than
Yep.
yours, though.
Oh,
Yeah, much better.
ooh,
No.
He does
close.
he did that TV movie. Whoops, Francis went away. He did that TV movie with the Jackie Gleason biopic.
Yeah,
And
mhm.
Terry Farrell from Deep Space Nine, who played Jackie Gleason's second wife and everything.
Oh, I don't think
He's
I
back.
remember that.
He did pretty good. I mean, it was weird. Yeah, Kevin, exactly, man. Vavoom. No, she's amazing. I love that's one of the best scenes in Silent Movie where they're like, hey, we're gonna get a hot woman to like distract Mel Brooks. All the executives of the film company that don't want to make the silent movie. And they unfurled this awesome picture of Bernadette Peters in lingerie. And it's like, oh, do you think she'll do the trick? And they're all pondering if she's going to do the trick. And they're at a big corporate table. And all of a sudden the table just elevates.
Okay, here we go. Favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Young Frankenstein.
You'll never guess mine.
Say it again, Mike.
That's a close second for me, Mike.
Either Young Frankenstein or History of the World.
Oh, it's Blazing Saddles. It's for me. It's Blazing Saddles. Absolutely. That I saw, and in fact saw him live at the Chicago Theater before he went to Radio City and did the same thing. But I thought we were going to see him and only just see him like perform or like speak on stage with a Q&A. And they introduced the movie and it's, oh my God, we're seeing the whole movie. Then he did 90 minutes. And it's so like, what a great afternoon, just hanging out with Mel Brooks and also seeing Blazing Saddles in the Chicago Theater with like a couple thousand people and it's all laughing. And it was so great when they have deemed Gone with the Wind problematic without putting it in context. And there were people on the right like, well, you're going to do that with Blazing Saddles. And it's like, no, because everyone understands that's the point of Blazing Saddles is to mock and ridicule the racism. That's the point of Blazing. So yeah, I love Blazing Saddles. That's an amazing movie.
Yeah, that'd be mine. I've seen tragically too few of his movies. I've seen that in Spaceballs and that's it.
Now this could be because I haven't said my favorite yet and I'm about to, but this could be because I saw it a couple times when I was younger and I haven't seen it really since. So I'd have to go back and look at it. But I think my favorite movie is 12 Chairs.
12 Chairs is a great movie.
Which is hysterical.
Yeah.
When I saw it the first time, I remember watching it and it was on a VCR. So I had to pause it because I was laughing so hard. I was like tears and I couldn't believe that this movie was just like, what the hell is it? What am I watching type thing? And it was just hysterical. And I'm surprised how many people have not seen or even heard of this movie.
Well, it was a huge bomb. I mean, it was his second movie after The Producers. And The Producers, God, he won the Oscar for best adapted screen or either best screenplay or adapted screenplay.
Because it was a play, right? It was a play first.
It was a film first and then it became.
Was it?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Adapted from what then? From
it wasn't
a book.
It was best screenplay. That's what I'm saying. I was my initial thought was wrong. But yeah, then he made the 12 Chairs, and it was a massive bomb. And yeah, I mean, like, still, I don't think recouped its money or whatever. But no, I mean, it's kind of a cult classic. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want, I have
Dom DeLuise is in it. It's very funny.
I'm writing a list since we've been talking. And we've been writing a list, and it's The Man with Two Brains, Tango and Cash, and now I'm putting 12 Chairs on here because I think I need to seek these out and watch them again.
They're great movies. Absolutely. No, that's fun. And Tango and Cash, that's a fun action movie. Kurt Russell's great in that too.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
But no, and then so and the amazing thing is like literally Blazing Saddles is like just in the theaters when he's finishing Young Frankenstein. So he was already with Young Frankenstein, and I mean, my God, that's amazing.
Yeah,
your Boyle and
I love Blazing Saddles. I love Producers. I love Young Frankenstein. But for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's just like when something just strikes you really funny. That happened with the 12 Chairs, and for me, that sits up there. But again, I haven't seen it in years, so I'll probably watch it next week and go, I got to change my answer.
No, I don't know. I think, and also just because I think we've got immigrants in our family, and
come on, why we got to go down that road,
I'm
Johnny?
Just saying. And
in today's climate,
but it's got that old world thing going for it. They made it in Yugoslavia. Mm-hmm. And I used to love hearing Mel Brooks tell the stories about making it in Yugoslavia. And he's like, there was nothing to do on Saturday night. Tito had the car because Tito was the dictator. It's like, that's how poor. He's like, literally, there were horses and wagons while we're making the movie. It's in the 60s and this is happening. But yeah, or he said they would drink, oh God, what's the plum, like when you ferment plums? I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But that's like, he's like, seriously, he's like, we were getting blitzed on that. That's what they were drinking. And yeah, just, and it's so, I'm sure you guys have had enough experiences with people that make modern horror films or really cheapo movies and stuff, and they go to the former Yugoslavia or where, one of the Baltic countries like that, because there are all the castles and the locales are great. And, like the dollar is like 8 times the economy that, they're living in. So you're paying me $500 for the next 6 months. Thank you. It's kind of like that. So.
It's true. Wayne says in Young Frankenstein they used the same sets as the original Frankenstein movie. Yeah,
they got the mad scientist equipment from the same guy, and he had to set it up. That's another like classic Mel Brooks story. Is talking about hooking all that crap up and everything. Yeah, no, it was and really no, and also
that's why it looked so good, because it was the original stuff.
And he knew that it would look best in black and white. And of course, this is the 70s when they were trying to they're like, "What are you, nuts?" And they're like, well, let us shoot it in color, and we'll, like mess with the tint to make it kind of look like black and white. He's like, no, because if you do that, I know that somewhere in Paraguay they're going to get a color version of it, and you're still going to like try and peddle it across the world and stuff as color. And he's like, no, it's not going to work. Peter Boyle's so great, and Marty Feldman. Jesus Christ, Marty Feldman. I'll never forget in times like this what my father used to tell me. But get out of the bathroom. Give somebody else a chance.
Which one did you get? I don't know. Abby something.
and Kenneth Mars as the German policeman, Baron Frankenstein, and he had the false arm, and he fakes that he's threw three bullseyes in the dartboard, and he uses his arm and goes.
Isn't that Samantha's uncle? Is that him? Samantha
Bewitched?
From Bewitched, yeah. Is that who I'm thinking of?
Mars? I don't remember him on Bewitched, but he did a million things. He's in Fletch. He was great character actor. He's the guy in the producers that writes Springtime for Hitler. He's the Nazi that writes Springtime for Hitler and everything. No, he's amazing. He was always really funny. So yeah, I love Mel. Got it. And then I'm a little nervous, and Mel's 94 or whatever now, and sometimes when the older people lose somebody that's close to them, they go, and it's like, God, I really hope Mel's got enough people around him, and with distancing, did you see that video they made right at the beginning of COVID, where Max goes to visit him and he's behind the door and everything?
Yeah,
so, Mel, Jesus, I hope he's okay.
Thanks for bringing us down, Johnny.
Well, I can't help it, man. No, I'm thinking about Mel.
Yeah.
And just Mel and Carl, like 2,000-year-old man, and starting as a party trick that they would just do at parties and stuff, and then they're like, somebody better put that on record, man. Or and even I forget who said, like, you better put it on record, or I think it was George Burns who told you better put it on record, or I'm going to steal it and stuff. And and Steve Allen is like, hey, I've got a recording studio, come cut it over here. Good stuff. Sir, are you really 2,000 years old? We all lived in caves. Every cave had a national anthem. Let them all go to hell, except Cave 76. That was his national anthem. Good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about here. That's the one. Couldn't remember the name. Yeah, good. All right.
I like when that happens a lot on these shows. The chat just kind of breaks off into its own little conversation.
All right. Well, it's good to talk with you guys.
Are you leaving?
Well, you just said it broke off, like it was over.
It broke off.
Thing he's saying.
He broke up 5 times in it.
I'm sure it was hilarious. It's all right.
Put the lights back up.
Oh, Johnny.
What's been going on with you, Mikey?
Speaking of Johnny.
What do you got?
Johnny
there we go. Karate Kid. John. Did you hear? It sounds like YouTube is getting out of the original programming business, and Cobra Kai is going to go to Netflix eventually. I think
it's going to Netflix. Yeah,
that's good.
The Netflix.
Nice. Whooping crane. No Ken defense.
This was my one of my Father's Day gifts.
You're the best.
That's cool. Hey, Negan, did you get that? Did Skoke send that to you?
No, somebody else did.
Are those McFarlane toys?
Icon Heroes. And it was a GameStop exclusive, and Lori got it for me for Father's Day with a really cool Jim Shore Superman Lex Luthor statue, but it's classic Super Friends. So it's Lex Luthor with the green pants, the purple shirt with the crossover.
It's my favorite Luthor costume. Yeah, I love that costume.
Is GameStop still in business?
GameStop apparently this was for online. But GameStop, the stores apparently just, at least in New York City, just opened this week.
Oh, just reopened?
I know that because the one she got for this was broken. So she ordered me another one, and then she just returned the broken one to the store instead of having to send it back because it's a pain in the ass.
Cool. Yeah, that's my favorite Luther outfit, the purple and green.
Yeah.
With like the...
I do also love the Perez armor too, just because I guess I love Perez. So.
Sure.
But yeah, the most nostalgic is that Legion of Doom costume. Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't Sarek, not Michael and Sarah. Mark Leonard. Didn't Mark Leonard play Luther in the Legion of Doom cartoons?
I don't remember truthfully.
Spock's father.
I just remember, what's his name? The DJ. I just remember the DJ, which I can't remember.
Casey Kasem was Robin.
Casey Kasem. There it is. Casey Kasem. Yeah.
Gosh, Batman. The Chop Chat is coming up, Batman.
And Ted Knight was the.
Meanwhile.
You're all at the ball jump.
Yeah, he did the original Super Friends. When they were at the Legion of Doom, it was somebody else. At the Legion of Doom.
Yeah. We brought Cosmic Cow. Remember Cosmic Cow?
Right, Monroe.
Monroe.
Mike.
You.
There's a song.
We're waiting.
There's an 80s song called What You Won't Do for Love, and I can't remember the name of the singer that sings it. But the intro of the song sounds like the Too Close for Comfort theme song. And I never put that together, but a guy that I work with younger than me, because I love this song. It sounds like a song that George Benson is. It sounds like when George Benson would rarely sing.
I remember that song.
Songs.
Come and knock on my door. Come and knock on.
That's Three's Company. But yeah, I could play it on my phone. I'm sure I can get it. But it's
speaking of songs.
Go on.
We were watching Cozy TV because I don't get Meat TV, so I was watching an old episode of Starsky and Hutch, and it was a particularly bad episode where they went undercover as rednecks to uncover some moonshine plot, and they went to a country western bar, and Hutch was playing a guitar.
David Soul.
And no, Hutch was carrying the guitar. Yeah,
Starsky's Paul Michael Glaser, Hutch's.
Yeah. Starsky was carrying the guitar, knocking everybody over in it, and then he was even surprised when Hutch went up on stage and he was singing and playing the song, and he sang
"Don't Give Up on Us, Baby."
No, he sang a different song, and my wife was like, "Oh, I didn't know he could sing." I said, "You know his song?" And she goes, "No, I don't." I said, "Yeah, he had a big hit." And then I played "Don't Give Up on Us, Baby." She goes, "Oh my God, that's him!" And I'm like, "Yes, that's David."
It's funny when Owen Wilson sings the song in the Ben Stiller remake.
Starsky and Hutch was such a great show, but season 4 was off the rails bad.
I bet you that was in season 4.
What happened in season 4? I don't know.
Well, there was the redneck episode. There was an episode where they were chasing a vampire. Like, it was really like
the one you related to, obviously. Yeah.
Insanity. Because I think it was one of those Dukes of Hazzard things where they were renegotiating the contracts, and it started up. The show didn't started up late or something like that. They couldn't get the same writers back, whatever it was. And by the time they got them both to sign on board again, like, it was a completely different writers' room, and it was just awful.
They couldn't get the writers back, so the new writers were like, I don't feel like writing a cop show today.
Yeah. I apologize. You can make fun of me. I have to go. I forgot I had a meeting. I thought it was at 11 East Coast time, but apparently it's now. So I'm very sorry.
With Paul Kupperberg, who's more important than us.
Wow.
Get a headset. Goodbye.
Wow.
Take it easy, everybody. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.
Make the lights brighter before you. Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
He's gone.
Well, now what am I going to do?
Well, this is where the show grinds to a halt because no one's going to talk nonstop now.
Dead air.
Make fun of you like I would make fun of Johnny now?
I don't know. Like, who's going to yell at you now?
I know. It's going to be so boring.
I'm not going to do it.
Franco,
like right here, Wayne puts up, what about Beretta? None of us knows how to talk about Beretta. None.
I do.
What? He's got a parrot, and the guy went to jail for killing somebody.
Song. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Do-do-do-do-do. I know.
You know, I have the remove button, Mike.
What are you trying to say? I can't sing? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you cannot. You cannot. All
no,
right.
I can sing, I just can't sing well, and there's a very marked difference there.
You're a marked difference.
Anybody,
What about karaoke, Mike? Do you do that?
when the opportunity presents itself, but it doesn't often do so. And when it does, I usually opt for the '80s power ballads.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? I never
Yeah.
would have figured you as an 80s power ballad type of guy.
That's my jam. I'm an '80s hair metal guy. Like that's my.
So like what's your go-to song there?
Probably typical white dude wanted dead or alive.
Wow. So
Yeah.
a really bad song.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Wow. You don't like the John Bon Jovi?
I like John Bon Jovi. Wayne says cockatoo, not a parrot. Same difference, Wayne. I'm gonna go with that. And the brother guy was super creepy in Lost Highway. Yeah, he was. But Patricia Arquette was not. Yeah.
was that the David Lynch movie, Lost
Yes.
Highway, with
Yes.
Bill Pullman? Was he in that?
Yes. And Patricia Arquette and I forget the title guy. It wasn't Bill Pullman. It was another guy. Bill Pullman was in it, but I think it was another lead guy. I forget who it was.
You know, I heard Franco had a cockatoo.
Or two. Or two. Oh,
It's right there. I couldn't help myself.
oh man, we have an 11-year-old watching, so be careful.
It's a parrot. It's a parrot. It's a cockatoo.
Same difference.
Franco, what about you? What's your karaoke song?
I don't sing karaoke
I
because
know-
I
you
know
must.
I'm bad. No,
Really, you don't? I would have thought you would have.
Balthazar Getty. That was the lead in Lost Highway. Thank you very much, Kevin. Yes. No, I don't sing karaoke. It's one of those things where you know when you're really bad at something, like brain surgery, and you don't do it because you might kill the guy. That's the approach I take with singing in public. I don't do it.
So
That
Mike,
makes you do
it
surgery.
might kill somebody.
Yes.
Hmm,
Yes.
I see.
What about you, Scope? Do you have a go-to?
Yes. Anything in the Will Smith catalog?
Nice.
Oh well, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith, perhaps.
Cockatrice. Yikes. Yeah, thank you, nameless Facebook person. If you go to StreamYard and give them permission, we'll be able to see who you are. Unless you want to stay hidden, in which case I don't blame you with comments like that.
With jokes like that, you should say.
Zing.
So you're getting jiggy with it? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
anything Will Smith getting jiggy with it. Wild Wild West, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. That's a crowd pleaser right there. That gets everybody going. What else?
I have an unhealthy obsession with the song "Summertime."
Oh, Summertime. Yep, there's another one.
I wonder why.
Every when it's the first day of summer, I immediately kick into walking around the house singing "Summertime," and her and the kids all know it's coming. They're like, "God help us."
That's beautiful.
Well, show us the air freshener again while you're at it.
You know what? I know. It's not, I'm actually wondering where it is.
So listen, now that Mike's not here, who sent it to you?
I am sorry.
I mean, Johnny. Well, Johnny's not here. Who sent it to you?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was Skook. I really thought it came. I was like, oh wow, he must have asked Franco for my address. You had given my address to somebody else to send me something, which was really awesome.
Yeah, well, no.
Um,
See, I sent it to the guy who I didn't know. Mike Skoke. I know Mike. I wouldn't send him your address.
But they both came in the same week. It just seemed kind of coincidental. Like,
No.
all of a sudden everyone's sending me stuff. So I assumed it was Skoke. I did. And then later on, when he was like, well, I can't find mine, I was like, nah. But then
Okay, I'm going to pretend to be Johnny. Okay, move on. We covered this 50 times. Move on.
We talked about this. Move on.
Wayne says you two with or without you. That's a good one, but I'm not gonna sing in public. I'm not gonna do it. No.
I don't like U2. I know I'm in the minority, but I'm not a U2 fan.
I like them somewhat, mostly.
There's no song of theirs that I hear. I'm like, oh yeah. Every time I hear a U2 song, I'm like, ugh.
I'm a big Rick Springfield song guy. Rick Springfield guy.
Love Springfield.
Yeah, I've Done Everything for You.
Love it. That's one of my favorite Rick Springfield songs.
Written by Sammy Hagar, I believe.
Was it really? I don't think I knew that.
I think so. Yes. See, I know things. I know things. This is my time to shine without Johnny here. But
Rick Springsteen, Trigger.
actually, I know a lot of things even when Johnny's here. I prove him wrong all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mycroft Holmes, for example.
Yeah. And many other things. But since we have nothing else to talk about, I think people should hit us up with some questions, because now that Johnny left, we lost a viewer. No, go ahead.
Wait, I still want to know what else Scope sings besides the Will Smith.
Well, I figured out how to combine several Will Smith songs into one. So, for example, if you play
This is not going to be good, but go ahead.
Getting Jiggy with It.
No. Stick your finger in it.
Yeah, each verse I throw in a different Will Smith song. So I'll start out with Getting Jiggy with It, and then the next verse is Wild Wild West, then the next verse is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then Summertime, and then I close it off with Men in Black.
Wow, what do they call that? A melody? Not a melody.
A remix, perhaps.
No, they call it something where like kind of one artist moves into another to another to another. I know like it's an Elvis melody.
I know what I call it. I call it disinterested. No.
I thought you were going to say amazing.
So where can I view this? Where can I hear this? Because
Actually, it's online. Actually, I was in Nashville about 3 years ago, and I went to this karaoke bar on a Monday night, and there was nobody there, so they let me do karaoke for about an hour, and I just went from one song to the next, and then I did every song like in a different character voice. So they're just like, "What else you got?" And there was nobody in there, so I did like Rainbow Connection as Kermit the Frog. I did Imagine as John Lennon. I did a Paul McCartney song. I forget which one. Might have been Blackbird. I did the Will Smith medley, and I recorded it, so that's available now.
Can you please share the link with us and the fans?
I will do
When that song came out and was really popular in my class, I would bring it up and say, "Hey, you know that song by that guy? Na, stick your finger in it." And the kids would say, "No, please don't say that." And now for a special guest, Art Belvinger.
He's
Hello.
here. We hear
Hello,
him.
you're on the air.
He's on the air.
Welcome to the Oh Yeah podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Did Johnny
Yeah.
tag you in? Did he call you up and like, listen, I got to tag out. I'm taking you in.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm filling orders. I got to mail things. I got lots to do, but I drew a whole bunch of pictures, and I'm going to color them. And while I was sat down to color, I put this podcast on, and I listened to it, and I was very confused. I have no idea what you guys are talking about, so I figure I come in here and cheer the place up.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys tell them I'm Mel Brooks.
To answer Sebastian's question, I would say at 10:17. That's when Art would be on the podcast. There you go.
Yeah.
We can continue.
How you guys doing? You guys doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
just talking about karaoke songs. Art, do you do karaoke?
I love karaoke. I can sing anything. Yeah.
What's your number one? Like if you were to do it right now, what song would you do?
I go for the sweet vocal stylings of Carole King, and I like I could handle a Bare Naked Ladies tune once in a while. And Paul Simon's pretty safe. But and George Harrison. I could sing George Harrison songs. But yeah, I sing anything. Whatever comes on, I just sing it. And I found out if you can't sing it or carry the high tune, just talk sing it. Like Paul Simon would talk sing, or that band Cake. You know, Cake, they sing. They talk sing. You know, since I was afraid.
Wait,
I was petrified. You
the
know,
one by
like
the
that.
ocean?
What?
The one by the ocean?
No, that's
Pacific?
Big
What?
the ocean. No, not that.
I'm real confused. See, I don't know what you guys are talking about. When I'm not on the show, even when I am on the show, I watch it and I'm like, what are these guys doing? And then I get on here and I'm like, I'm confused. I still don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
No, there was that song, Cake by the Ocean. No, see, that's why I don't do karaoke. See?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's an awful song. You don't need to know what it is ever.
I'm never gonna listen to that.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm
never gonna research that.
I don't blame you.
Song, she's going for distance. She's going for
I also like Daryl Hall and John Oates. Those are pretty good songs to sing.
Ooh,
Big Sarah
see,
Smile is good.
now speaking of those guys,
Yeah.
I can grow a mustache. I can't
that's
karaoke,
beautiful.
but I could grow a mustache.
Mustaches are important. They make a statement. A smooth face says something if you're handsome, but if you got that mustache, people can focus on that before they look at anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so I
enters the
agree.
room before you do.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
A nicely coiffed mustache would take you a long way. Like, look at Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I
He
was just
shaves
going to
his
bring him up.
mustache.
Mhm.
Yeah, he shaves his mustache and it makes news. People get upset.
Right.
Dave Scheidt shaved his beard and he broke the internet. The internet was mad. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you, Dave Scheidt?
Mhm.
What happened to the beard? It's
Yep.
like mustaches become personality. Like, what if Abraham Lincoln shaved his beard? The history might have been changed.
Then he would have to grow a mustache. He's the only guy who would have to grow a mustache if he shaved his beard.
He doesn't need a mustache. That's how cool he is. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go for some chin hair, and that's it.
Art,
I like
have you-
that guy from Ohio that we always talk about with the arm hair. Like, he doesn't need facial hair. He has enough on his arms. What's his name? I always forget his name. Klinger. That guy.
Jamie, yeah.
Jamie Farr. Yeah.
Have you done the mustache, Art?
Yeah, but my mustache looks weird if I don't have chin hair. So my favorite look is either smooth or just a little chin hair. It's like the Shaggy. I don't even know it's a goatee, because a goatee requires the mustache part, but my mustache and my goatee does not connect. So that's why I have to choose.
Ooh.
Like the
And
Fu
what-
Manchu, I could maybe
No
I
wonder
could
you
maybe
can't
do a Fu
sing karaoke.
Manchu. I don't know. See, this
What?
is good. This is good.
I'm looking at your icon here, and it
Yeah.
makes me think of your store. You have
Mhm.
for sale that drawing of yourself in
Mhm.
in t-shirt form or in
Mhm.
mask form, if you like. All
Yeah,
sorts
you
of
could
things.
get me on your shirt, or you could actually get my face as a bath mat too. So
Ooh.
I could be in the shower with you, like your feet could go on my face.
That would go lovely with your Jeff Goldblum shower curtain.
Yeah, it would. I might just
Mhm.
buy you it. Yeah, send it to your house.
And there's a sale right now. It's like $2 off a lot of stuff.
That's true. I've been
noticed.
doing really good with t-shirts. People dig them and they're supporting. So I'm really thankful for that.
I love that you're plugging, but how much are you getting out of this, Skoke? You get
I'm
a
getting-
percentage?
Well, he's getting a shower curtain out of the deal. Yeah. I'll
I'm
hook
getting
him up.
nothing. I'm getting absolutely nothing. I'm bringing it up solely because I thought it was interesting. And there's a Jimmy the Muscle T-shirt.
There is.
available.
Yeah.
Or mask. You can get them on your face too, whatever you
Mhm.
like.
I don't think I want Jimmy the Muscle on my face.
Oh, I have. It's
Again.
okay. It's not bad. You
But,
feel
yeah.
it's very
Well, that's
comforting.
why you never want it on your face, because it happened once, and you're like, never again.
Yeah. Actually, it's like you never know till you try. I'll do it
Oh.
again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he touched our faces and he helped us out that night.
Oh yeah.
I woke
that
up in the morning and all my stuff was laid out in perfect order.
yeah,
Wallet, keys, hotel room
he
key.
took care of us that night.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
good man, Jimmy the Muscle. Also, he's been slapping bullets for me since like 1987.
Yeah.
Right out of the sky. As they come launch at me, he's like, what, bam! Slaps the bullet.
Didn't he chase somebody down who grabbed a T-shirt or a book or something? He chased him
Grabbed
down?
Yeah.
he was standing next to me. It was the first time I had met him, and I said, "Art, what's the deal with this guy?" And he goes, "Oh, Jimmy the Muscle. He's all right."
Yeah, I say he's cool.
And,
Yeah.
and so I was unsure of him until two things happened that weekend. I went to the bathroom. It was San Diego weekend, and I dropped my cash that for sales that I had
You
made.
had your
I dropped
Vegas
it.
cash too.
Yeah,
I remember you brought
and he-
a whole bunch of money just for Vegas after.
right.
Yeah.
And he picked it up and he goes, "Here, you dropped this." And I'm like, "Oh, Jimmy's a good guy." But before that,
It was an envelope full of cash. Yeah.
before that, he was standing behind me, and then he just took off, and it scared me. I'm like, what the hell? He just took off, and I looked at Art, and I'm like, what's up with Jimmy the Muscle?
Mhm.
And Art looks at me deadpan. He goes, he had to go someplace.
He's got something he's got to do.
something he's got to do. And I'm like, all right, that's a real cryptic answer. And then he comes back with one of our T-shirts that was on the table,
Yeah.
and he dropped it on the table. He goes, "That guy thought that was free."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Jimmy, I said, Jimmy, what happened? And he
Yeah.
said, you saw the guy take the T-shirt and run, and Jimmy grabbed the guy's wrist, and he says, you have two choices. You could give me the T-shirt or I break your arm. And he went, here's your shirt. And then he got the shirt back.
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh." And then after that, I bought him an Italian ice. 'Cause
Yeah.
we went out to dinner, and then we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, Jimmy's loyal. He's a good guy. He's like Furio on The Sopranos.
Mhm.
You know, you fly him in from the old country to take care of business, and he's your guy.
And it's true. And a couple of times over the years, I've pointed out different people to Jimmy the Muscle, and then he went and killed them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He got
Oh.
hired out one time by Dan DiDio. I don't know. This is a true story, though. Dan DiDio called me one time, and he says, "Hey, is it true what they say about Jimmy the Muscle?" I'm like, what do they say? And he said that if I need his services, he'll fly out to New York and take care of business for me. And I went, yeah. And
Yeah.
he goes, okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Then he hung up the phone. And I'm like, hey, Jimmy, you want to go to New York? And he says, yeah, dude. And I said, I'll just waiting to hear it from the word from Dan DiDio, and he'll but nothing ever happened. So I don't know what Dan was going through, but he got through it. He got through his hardships, but that was probably around 2006. That was a long time ago, 2007.
You know what old school
just took a
food
swig.
best describes Jimmy the Muscle?
Yeah.
Salt of the earth. Jimmy the
Yeah.
Muscle, salt of the earth.
Hmm.
I don't know what that means, but it's true.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but I do know what it means.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't have an icon to put on. What? This is not fair.
that's right. I'm coloring sketches. The last few days I had lots of commissions and paintings and stuff, and my vampire hours have set in. And I just woke up today at about 6 o'clock. So I've only been up for about 3 hours.
We have no context for that. 6 o'clock a.m., p.m.
Oh, 3 hours ago. It's p.m.
Okay.
6 o'clock p.m. But I went to bed about noon or so because I wanted to go to bed at 7. And then my guy, Vinks from France, my musician friend, who I've been a big fan of this guy for years and years, since the 90s. And I saw him several times in concerts. Now that we're on Facebook, I started writing to him, and I have permission to use his music in my videos and stuff. So, and I have his T-shirts designs on my site and stuff, and I designed some album covers for the guy. So it's really weird how I became friends with him. So around 8 in the morning this morning, he called me on Facebook, and I didn't realize Facebook has a FaceTime thing. You could
Video
click-
call, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, my computer was making a weird sound that I never heard before. Like, what the heck's going on? And it was blinking. And then I pressed the accept or the button, and it was Vinks was on there talking. So I ended up talking to him for about 2 hours, and he was real cool. And I had the guy laughing so hard where they have to tell you to stop because it's hurting them. So that was real cool. But that's what I did. So after that, I was wide awake now. And usually in my house when I work, my basement is so cold for the air conditioning. So I have a winter coat on right now. But when I get riled up and talking on the phone, my blood pressure, I don't know what happens, but I get hot. So right now I'm starting to get a little bit tepid, you know? And so, so after I talked to him, I was wide awake. My adrenaline was rushing. We're making some cool plans, and I stood up till about noon, working on DC Comics things, and then I went to bed, and then I crashed real hard till about 6. Then I woke up and ate a lot of food. Now I'm real full. Now I'm talking to you guys. That's what happened to me today.
Was Harold's consumed today?
We were discussed. I'm going out to Harold's tomorrow with my friend Austin Huff. We're going to talk about Migos and chicken and the ladies probably. But me and Vinks did talk about Harold's because his wife is from Chicago, and he heard me talk about Harold's on my morning show. So he was telling me about Harold's, his experiences. Man, we shared some love for some food. Yeah. So
Nice.
it's kind of cool.
Are you
Otherwise,
going with Austin to Harold's, or is he going to be wearing a mask, or is the chicken going to be wearing a mask?
I don't know. We have to have if we're gonna eat, we gotta take the mask off. But I'm gonna hold my breath as I chew. Maybe that's the way you do it. But we're gonna bring a table and chairs to the parking lot. We're gonna eat in the parking lot and picnic table style because we can't eat in the place, you know. But I don't want to tell people where or when because they'll show up, and I don't know. We could probably do that. Maybe. Should I tell them?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I'm not going for several reasons, and I will lay them out for you now.
Yeah.
One, you're going to be eating in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Two,
that's bonus.
Two, you're in Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and three, refer back to number one.
We're in a parking lot?
Yeah.
That's the best part. That's the part that attracts me. Eating in a parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, people drive by and say, look at those guys. What are they doing?
I was going to say, it doesn't appeal to me because I've seen the way people drive. And, yeah, good luck with that.
We'll pick a good spot, yeah. I'm going to have a wing. I'm going to name it Franco. Then I'm going to eat it.
Well, if you're going to do that, what you should do is you should name it Franco and bring a pair of googly eyes with you and then put it in the third chair. And then that'll be good.
Googly eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I like those stickers.
Okay. Yeah. And then put it in the third chair. Bring another chair with you.
I'm going to get my 6-piece and then an extra 3-piece. Name it Mighty Mike, Skoke, and Franco. And then let them sit there, and then they could put you in a parking lot. So I could prove that it won't be dangerous. Yeah.
With my luck, some sort of pigeon will come by and take it.
Well, he's better not get too close to the hot sauce. He'll be in danger. I'm going to eat him. Eat the hell out of that bird.
Can you imagine the poop droppings on the car when that hits it? If he drinks all that hot sauce? Yeah.
I'm going to say, no, I can't because I don't want to.
Burn a hole in the hood.
We're like,
especially if it's a convertible. Yeesh.
They went from Mel Brooks to talking about weird stuff. I don't know.
Bird feces.
Balthazar possibly high. I don't know. It's like he's drunk every day, all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
All day. And I'm doing this this live, what do you call it? San Diego Con's doing a live San Diego Con online. And it's very strange. And I'm not sure what, I just signed up for it, but it doesn't require me to do anything. I think it's going to be more like a bio, like you go and read bios and like, oh, this artist does these books. So it's kind of weird. So I don't know if Reed Pop is doing anything like that, but
when will it be?
In the works, we have mechanisms that it will be presented.
Yeah, it's. I think it's coming out in the same week, the same days as the conventions was supposed to be, but I'm not sure. Like a lot of companies are doing this online stuff, and it's weird. I say yes to all of it, and then nothing happens. Maybe I have to show up places. You know, like show up on a podcast. I don't know.
I hope they don't expect you to go to San Diego.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to show up here.
Yeah, here's your table. Yeah. But the cool part is like we still got a table for next year. It's canceled this year, but we got it next year. So hopefully I'm anticipating the first show. I bet you the first show that we'll all be able to go to will be C2E2 in Chicago. I bet you I'm anticipating that will be the first one.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Emerald City actually comes before C2E2, so.
It's in August?
I know you guys don't go to Emerald, but ordinarily, but Emerald City goes on. I said ordinarily, you do not go.
Yeah. Sometimes,
I don't think you've ever been to an Emerald City as long as I've been going to Emerald City.
No, that's true. We went to the one right before.
Yeah.
Repop took over.
We've been there. I've been there twice. I think we've both been there twice.
I remember that going to Emerald City was cool because the hotel room that Art and I shared had a bathroom that was bigger than any hotel room I've ever been in.
Oh, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the bathroom was, and we walked in and we were sharing a room and I remember asking Art, who's supposed to sleep in here?
Yeah.
That's how big it was.
The thing I liked about it, this is funny. The thing I liked is they had 2 sinks, a real long counter, like a sink counter, and they had the toilet, the bathtub, and the shower all separate. And I remember telling Franco in the morning. I said, "Look we can both get ready at the same time." He goes, "Nah, you could go first." I'm like, come on. But look, you could shower, I could take a bath, and we could. He's like, "No, that's okay. You could go." No, come on, man. We'll save time. So, he didn't want to do that.
He tried real hard to convince me.
Look, you could brush your teeth here while I shave over here. It'll be great. Look,
and it's not like I didn't want to. I just wanted to sleep in a few extra minutes. Yeah. That's the only reason. Honest to God, the only reason.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So I made sure I used everything. I used every sink, every toilet, every shower.
It's true. I remember that because then I had to go in and wipe everything down when you were done. Yeah.
It's called dipping. I dipped in everything.
How many toilets did it have? I used every toilet. How many?
It had three.
It had one toilet. I don't know.
One.
Yeah, one toilet, but everything else.
That was sick party. You shouldn't have pooped in that.
You could get at least 5 people in there doing things, individually doing their own thing.
So anyway, the reason that I bring this up is because when we're invited back to Emerald City, I want that exact room again. So I don't know. You have all the files. You have to go back through your logs.
We don't have the files from before we purchased.
Well, you know what?
Before the dark times.
You go find it. That's what that's a mandate.
Because you know what? That weekend when we went there, that was the first time out of any show that I realized it's best to get to the show the day before the show. Because when I got there, the room was so huge. It was big. It had the 2 big Lazy Boy chairs. It had the giant screen TV. It had that 5-man bathroom. And the Cheesecake Factory was downstairs. So when I got there early, and I still had like hours before you showed up. But when you showed up, you walked into the room and I was eating cheesecake on a Lazy Boy chair watching a full marathon of Mike Tyson's fights. They were all the 90-second fights throughout his career. It's like a 3-hour show, but it was all his fights.
And you weren't wearing anything.
Right. Well, I had the white robe, yeah. That white robe that the hotel gives you, but it wasn't closed. It was just on.
Yeah, it was.
So I had it like I was wearing it like Obi-Wan. Hello there. And he walked in and I said, "Hello there." You heard "Hello there." Hello there.
Hello there.
That's what you heard.
Speaking of which, did you guys look at that link that I sent you guys with Obi-Wan and Anakin, voiced by Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck?
I did.
I heard of this thing.
I'm not in the Future Club. You didn't send it to me.
Oh, come on! You got to get in. You got to get on that link, Mike. Come on.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in the club. Yeah, you're one of the founding fathers.
I am.
That was excellent.
This is so weird. I feel like I took over the pod. It's just, I pod bombed.
It's good. You're a pleasant surprise.
I wasn't planning on being here. Yeah.
So I hope you got some fresh and I pod bombed.
Pod what? Pod bombed you? Yeah. You can't eat those things.
Hope you got
Kids
some
are dying.
pod bombed.
Yeah.
You guys, go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I had my first audition this week after months of nothing because everything's been shut down.
Did you go out or stay in?
I stayed in. It was a self-filmed thing, so I had the script and instructions on what I was supposed to do.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not sure. I don't know what the product was or the company. It had like a fake name, which they do sometimes. So I recorded myself doing the lines. I uploaded it where it needed to go, and then I got called back for a second round.
Wow, that's
so that
cool,
was good. Yeah, this was Monday. I did the first one, and then I did the second round today, which was a live Zoom call with the casting people in the agency. So they asked me to do the same thing I did in the first audition, and they gave me some direction, and I changed some things, and they recorded the whole thing, and it's out the door. Now it's up to everybody to make a decision, but I was just excited to have that going again because it was like right when I was just starting to get back into it, everything shut down. So the fact that this is starting to happen again, I'm excited.
Would you be disappointed if you found out that it was Art and I who set that all up for you and it's not really a job?
I would not be, because I just enjoyed going through the motions. Thank you guys for.
It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
Yeah.
You
Thanks
did it,
for-
man. You did it.
Yeah.
I'm send baby Jesus your way to help you out.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you, I
I've been communicating with him lately a lot, so it's he'll get it. We have a speed dial now.
Oh, good.
I don't have to go through the secretary anymore. It's direct
Please.
link.
Yeah, put in a good word for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, his dad's a little upset, but I don't go through the dad anymore. he's kind of mad, but not at us, just in general. Yeah, but that's cool, man. I hope you you get something going. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks. It's always exciting to get that call back for the second round, because it's like, oh, well, you did something right the first time.
yeah.
You know, it's a good thing. So at the very least, I'll take that as a victory.
So
Yeah, that's
now,
cool.
is it faux pas? Are we allowed to ask you to recreate the audition here, or it's something you can't do?
I can't do it
Yeah.
because they don't want to.
NDA.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of it is some of them it's not the case where they're not
Right.
specific like that, but this one was.
Yeah, it's right.
So was it like a commercial or something? Is that what it was?
It was a commercial, yeah.
So if we just blurt out a product, can you just do a commercial for the product we blurt out?
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Like, can we just pick a product and you do a little, there you go.
Black cherry. What is this? 365 generic sparkling water. Drink it.
I like that.
See, you still
Wow.
got the job. You got that.
Thank
Wait,
you.
can I ask a question? Did you
Sure.
do the audition like that?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he did it shirtless. Yeah.
I did it bottomless too.
Nice.
Can you imagine that? Like, what if I did that? What if they're getting on this Zoom call and they're, oh, right, we're gonna call this guy back. We're gonna, give him some direction, and I'm just standing there with nothing on.
Mhm.
Wow.
I
That
would hire
be
you.
something.
Well, direction. He was a natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that natural.
Well, come on, Scope. You would still have your headphones on.
Yeah.
That's true. Just
Yeah.
the headphones.
Maybe a wig.
Yeah, he would want to piss off Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, is he mad today? I didn't hear a lot of Johnny. I heard some.
Yeah.
Of it.
Of course.
He got
He's
mad
always
at
mad.
mad at Mike Nagan for everything.
Well, he does. That's part of the charm of the show.
I don't think he yells at Paul Kupperberg like that.
No,
I don't think so.
he needs to earn respect. He needs to learn respect to earn
Exactly.
respect.
I know
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, you do. You know everybody, every person, and you
I'm
met people who we will never know exist. You can confirm they exist.
I can confirm that I know people that you don't know exist.
You're like you're less than 6 degrees away from everybody. I bet you're like 2 degrees or less away from Kevin Bacon.
I am actually very upset because I am 1 degree from Kevin Bacon. If you're 1 degree, does that mean you've met Kevin Bacon?
You touched him, yeah.
No,
No,
so I'm
it's one person.
No,
between.
0 degrees, right?
Yeah, 0 degrees is if you know him. Like we're
Oh,
0
no.
degrees from each other. But
Zero
you just-
0 degrees is if you've been inside him, I think.
Really? Inside his house?
What if I'm
Hanging out.
-1 degrees?
-1, it means like he just walked through you like a ghost.
No,
-1,
Lauren-
it's like you've killed him.
You touched him. You got his DNA on you.
You
Yeah.
you went right through him. I think that's what it means.
You clipped his toenails.
You
Yeah.
have his DNA all over you.
He licked your arm.
I have bacon all over me.
You have bacon. Baconator. You're a baconator.
The first time. Anyhow,
You've touched the bacon.
my wife Lori met. I'm saying my wife because for the people who don't know, my wife Lori met Kevin Bacon at New York Comic Con because he was at New York Comic Con promoting some show at the time.
Yeah.
And she met him and she took a picture with him. And then she's like, oh, look who I met. I'm like, you met Kevin Bacon? You didn't call me Kevin Bacon? I go, now I'm 1 degree from Kevin Bacon. I could have been no degrees from Kevin Bacon. That is not fair.
Yeah,
So-
that's how it works. Yeah.
Since my wife met Kevin Bacon, I'm now officially 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I should have been 0 degrees. Should
But
have
now,
met
yeah.
Well, aren't you 0 degrees with your wife? So maybe you're good now. So that's like a half a degree from Kevin Bacon.
I'm like,
Yeah, you're half.
If my math is correct,
I'm three
you're
quarters.
a half degree.
You're like a decimal point 0 and then a number away
Right.
from him.
I'm
Mhm.
cosine 90 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
You're a hypotenuse away from him.
Mhm. You're a bracket and a comma away.
I like how since Johnny left, there have been no comments whatsoever on this. I love that.
Wayne only wants to talk to Johnny. That's why.
Well, nobody knows what we're talking about. They don't know what to ask us.
But we don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know.
I don't even know what the hell we're
This
talking
is the
about.
way my brain works. When you guys talk about old movies from the 40s, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
If
So
you're out
I
there
recognize the terms, but I have nothing to add.
if you are somebody out there watching this video right now, please comment and let us know that you're out there and ask us a question. Maybe we'll answer it. Maybe
Yeah.
we won't.
No,
But
not
maybe
good.
Like, how many showers do you prefer in your bathroom? Like, how do you like your coffee? Like, what Star Wars is the best? That's what I always talk about it. I think I talk about Star Wars every day of my life. It's so weird. And I never get tired of it. Star Wars toys and drawing. That's it. I wake up and do those things and I eat things and then go back, and that's all. That's all that happens. When something that's different is entered into my routine, I get confused and lost. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. How are we going to do that? I don't want to do that. Why do I have to buy that? And then once that's settled, I go back to talking about Star Wars and drawings and drinking coffee.
I like that art. It's a sheep that needs to be brought back into
Yeah.
the fold.
I need structure.
This is
I
the
see
way.
the day as
You
I-
look like a Beastie Boy.
yeah, I see the day as events.
Oh, somebody
a
is out there.
second
Look,
event.
commented. Nice.
Stephen W. Simpson. I don't know what he said.
He said,
said- He said Skoke looks like a Beastie Boy.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Like El Kid. What was their names?
Can you
J.
sing
Cool.
Sabotage?
"Oh, kid."
El Kid. Is that their names? I know they had cool names.
Well, now Mike looks like one too with that hat.
Mm-hmm. It was very cool. Yeah, I liked Beastie Boys. Was cool. That was our theme song for the high school. Huh?
There's a lot of dead Beastie Boys, aren't there? I think most of them are gone.
I think one guy died at least.
I think two.
I forget their names though.
I don't know their names either.
But I like I used to tell people that our high school theme was that you gotta fight for your right. Like, really? Yeah.
No
Seems like
Sleep
it.
Till Brooklyn was big for us in Brooklyn, obviously.
Who was big?
No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I lived
Oh
in Brooklyn.
yeah.
It was always no sleep till.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like Sabotage was cool.
Sabotage is awesome.
Yeah. We used to
That
play that and
So John Berry is a past. Let's see who else.
that Intergalactic song was out when I was a fetus.
mhm.
Mike D is still alive.
Yeah, Mike D is the guy. I know. Yeah.
He's still alive. MCA,
Intergalactic.
MCA Adam, he's gone too. So see, yeah, two of the three original Beasties, no
Mhm.
more.
I saw them recently on. They reunited. I think it might have been on Jimmy Fallon or something like that, or maybe Kimmel.
They've been gone since 2016.
Yeah.
So not too.
I was going to say it wasn't recent. Not
No,
too-
it was, but it was like a 20-year reunion or something. But it was a few years ago. But they look cool. They were all men and dads and stuff. Men
Thank you.
and dads.
You do have to fight for your right to view Mike's sunset. You do.
Right.
Man, it's true. How did you read
Steal
that
my
before I even
thunder.
put that up there?
Because I see the live comments on the side.
Oh yeah.
oh,
You're not
that-
killing vampires today. You're dry roasting them. That's what I said last time.
Listen, I had no lights. I didn't have my window. I'm doing it the other way.
Yeah, he tried to please Johnny. Honestly, you did, and he yelled at you.
There's just no pleasing that guy. That's why.
Where's he at? What did you do wrong today? According to
today
him.
I don't have a microphone and headphones.
It's true.
But you sound good.
Thank
Are you
I don't know what he said.
reverberating somewhere on his end?
He
You
claims
sound
that he
good.
cannot hear me half the time. Franco says the same thing. I don't know what Skoke's opinion on that matter is.
What'd you say?
Exactly.
You look good though. They're always a pleasant sight to view.
Thank you.
You break up sometimes, but I ham it up for Johnny.
My camera is not on today because I'm a mess, and my background behind me is a mess. I'm all discombobulated today. It looks like I was up all night working. That's what. So I'm like, I'm going to leave the camera off. I draw my sketches. Now I'm working on 2 pages coloring.
Hey, can we talk about serious subjects for a second?
Yes.
No.
Forgive me if you guys have talked. I know I missed the last podcast, so forgive me if you've talked about this.
Yes.
But the passing of the legendary Denny O'Neil and Joe Sinnott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad.
Now, did you know those guys real good or similar?
I had met both of them. Joe had not been to a show since I started doing them. But Denny was in my artist alley one time. I don't think he knew me beyond, I introduced myself. I checked on him a few times. If he saw me in the street, I don't think he'd be like, Mike. But it was an honor to have him there. But just I've met them both numerous times.
Cool.
Just they were both legends, and it was when you see the old guard start to go off into the twilight, it's just sad. It's real sad.
Yeah, I've met Denny O'Neil, but he didn't know he met me. I met him it wasn't like hanging out. It was just I got to meet a legend, but I never met Joe Sinnott. I saw him maybe, but I don't know if I saw him or just saw him online photos, but Denny O'Neil was at several of the DC parties that we were at, but I never really talked with him. So, but it was cool to meet him. And when they leave, it makes you feel like everybody goes up one notch. And when there's no legends, no personal legends that you feel like legendary creators in the next notch, in the next batch of guys, then I'm thinking, all of our guys seem like they're leaving,
Right.
Like I admire the people in the next step of the creators, but a lot of these guys, I know them. So I'm like, it's weird when you know the guys like, like Bendis or Jeff Johns, or they're still too much younger, but
Or Darwin Cook.
Yeah. You start to know the guys, and it's weird, but
Yeah, when Darwin Cook passed away, that hit me really hard.
Yeah, that was tough.
I
was messed up.
I mean, we were friends, but I didn't expect it to hit me as hard as it did, and and it messed me up for a good long while.
Yeah,
he was young. He was so ridiculously talented, and he was young for it was awful.
And it makes much sense, like why he wanted to hang out with us longer. Like I was loading my car, and he ran up to catch up. Say, "Hey, I want to help you. I want to walk you to your car." I'm like, "Why? I'm going home now." And so it was cool. Like he was lingering. Anytime no one knew he was sick. Well, I didn't know.
Well, no one knew. He didn't really tell anybody.
Yeah, it's probably his close friends, probably, but. But that was like it all reflected like, wow, he was just trying to get a few more minutes, and that's the last time I saw him. And yeah, that one was a herder. That was tough.
Yeah.
They get you, and it's personal. It hits you, but it's still like. And Stan Lee, that was a weird one because everyone knew Stan Lee is gone, and my kitchen table was real quiet that day because they were like, "Dad, we heard what happened." And nobody even said it. It's like we all knew the impact of that man on all of our lives, So it was pretty cool, but gotta do what you gotta do to get to the next day.
It's true. What's a little memorial to Denny and Joe? What's your favorite books by them? For me, Denny, I'll never forget the Neil Adams, the Hard Traveling Hero stuff that he did with Neil. That was
Batman.
And the Batman, obviously. Right?
The Batman stuff for me is what really got me with him. But I read the Hard Traveling Heroes later on.
Yeah, I read it later on too.
Yeah.
Well, me as Joe Sinnott's Fantastic Four is what I love his thing.
Didn't he ink that for like almost every issue or something like that?
Yeah, he inked Kirby's artwork.
Yeah.
He inked it way even beyond Kirby. He was
I always thought
almost near the 200s.
Yeah.
Like, he's been around longer than anybody else.
And I always thought he made Kirby's stuff look so much better.
Real clean and cartoony. Yeah.
Because
the lines were nice and
Kirby
thick.
had that. Yeah, Kirby had that style, but when he inked his own stuff, it looked blocky.
Yeah.
You know? But when Sinnott inked it, it's a fine line looking at it, but when Sinnott inked it, it just looked a lot cleaner, a lot smoother.
He had such a smooth line. Such a smooth line.
Yeah, and the blacks were dark black lines, and they were cool. Yeah, he's great.
I loved his Perez because he inked over Perez, and Perez is one of my favorites. And early in his career, was did FF, and it's just, between him and Sinnott, it's such a gorgeous book.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. It's like they're guys who are in a group of guys, and now the next group of guys will be like, will be changed. Like eventually we're gonna get to like the image style guys, like the flashy artists like McFarlane, Liefeld, J. Scott Campbell, Arthur Adams, that kind of stuff. But the Perez, Byrne, and Denny O'Neil and Joe Sinnott and all these guys, they're like classic comic. They're like the next stage after Kirby, Ditko, and Romita,
I hope those guys don't go. I hope the Byrne and those guys don't go, and I hope we never get to the McFarlane and Larsons and guys like that, because we're the same freaking age.
Yeah, we're only like a few years behind them. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't even think. I think I might be older than a few of those guys. Now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, we're not much younger. I'm 51, so I don't know if anybody's in their late 50s.
No, you're a little older than I am, because I'm like 26.
Are you?
But yeah.
I think
26 inches. What?
52.
What? Rob Liefeld and Kurt Swan, or what?
No, Rob Liefeld is the youngest of them, I believe, and he's 52. Yeah. So close. I'm close, but you guys are probably that age because you're old.
Wow. I just said I was 26. I just said that. So not only have you insulted me, but it reinforces the fact that you need earphones.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, information is not coming through.
Johnny would have liked that one.
Johnny would thumbs up that. If that was a Facebook post, he would have thumbs up.
He would have laughed. You went. That's
hilarious.
He would have laughed like that.
You guys are gonna give me a complex.
Yeah, you can't let him bug you, because I threatened to hang up plenty of times, but I don't know if I said it out loud. But I was like, oh god, my finger was over the button. My what do you call it? The mouse, the iPad, whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your belly button. That's weird.
Yeah, it could be. It might be in the button.
Hovering over the button, and then you would make the sound boop, boop. But,
why is it a button? They don't all stick out. Not every belly button sticks out. It's more like a belly hole.
Well,
like
sometimes
a belly
when you have
dent.
one of those Audis, sometimes they come undone, and then your insides could come out. But to relieve that, you just stick your finger in it, and then you like turn counterclockwise, like DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith. No.
Stick your finger in it. Yeah, because I could see why it's called a button. Because when you're a baby, when you cut off that button, they still got a little nub hanging there until that falls off. Maybe that's why it's a button.
It's called a button because when they sew it in the same way a button. That's why you kind of see those 4 little holes.
You have a belly staple or a Velcro?
Because they sew that's how they close it up. They sew it. They sew it up like a button. That's why.
But button. It could be a zipper. Why don't you use a zipper, belly zipper, a belly rivet?
Or with all the advances of science, why don't they just use Velcro?
Right, because button it implies that you can unbutton it.
Glue gun. They can bedazzle your
belly glue gun.
They can bedazzle it.
They should be able to do so many more things, like bedazzle. Right? Yeah.
A push pin. Some gum. You could
push
stick it.
that I'm not going to have any more kids because I would totally be like, listen, when you cut the cord, can you bedazzle out a little bit? You know,
Yeah.
You should go to your wife tonight and say, "Hey, I was talking with the guys, and we were thinking."
We're gonna call it a bedazzle.
His idea.
Just one more.
Because I want to bedazzle the kid's belly button.
Yeah. I asked my kids one time, should me and mommy have a baby? Both of them, without hesitation. No. You want a little brother? No.
They don't want to think of that. Come on,
They
man.
don't want that.
I
No,
wouldn't
don't
win
do it.
anyway because I didn't win the bedazzle argument because when we had my third child, she's 8 years apart from the middle child, and we never thought we were going to have a third. But when we used to have this
Nice
conversation,
planning.
it was totally planned. You know, it was totally planned. It was actually
Yeah,
it was actually planned, but that's
Yeah,
a whole other
sure.
story. But when it was, but
Hey,
when
baby.
we were talking about ever having a third child, I like, listen, I don't want a third. You know, that's a lot. But if I ever do get the third, their middle name has to be Tiberius.
Oh,
And she said, okay. She's like, all right, we ever have a third, Tiberius. And then the third came along, no Tiberius. I
no.
was like, she's like, it's a girl. How can you? What's the difference? We made a deal. A deal is a deal.
Yeah.
No Tiberius. Not right.
You know what I found with
Close
wives
to
in
bed.
general is that when you say something like that, they don't care.
No, not at all.
No.
They
will
just
say
they
yes
say that.
and then no.
Yeah, they say that so they could be finished with this conversation.
It was like a handshake agreement. Like, that's
Mhm.
that's
You know the interior monologue is like, yeah, Tiberius, never going to happen. But outwards comes, okay, sure. 'Cause
Right.
this conversation is over. Shut the hell up because you're an idiot, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, for years I thought, or for the whole time during the pregnancy, I thought my daughter's name was going to be Audrey Chewbacca, and it never happened.
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
Chewbacca as the middle name.
I think that should have happened.
Yeah, now I call her.
You call it
I call her Chewy. Yeah, hey,
You should glue a whole bunch of hair to her and start calling her that.
I do call her Chi because it's short for Bubachi Babach.
Oh,
And I'll walk in a room, just go Chi, and then she'll go Daddy.
You should bedazzle some extra hair on her, like
Oh, I
Chewbacca.
might do some bedazzling. Yeah,
bedazzle.
Now
You
that I
should
got-
bedazzle some Migos. I want to see a
Bedazzle
custom
some
Migo bedazzle.
yeah, man. I'm making some Migos.
all this
I'm,
talk of bedazzling. I want to get my belly button pierced now.
Belly hole.
Good. We should do that at our Artist Alley table in C2E2.
We
We
should
should do it on
bedazzle.
a Saturday. Mm-hmm.
Remember
should
when we had
live-
the guy lie down on our table and we outlined him?
Yeah, those
With
the
marker?
Shroud of Mexican Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
hmm
You know, bedazzle is one of those words that you can't really say enough. It's still good, even after you say it like 20 times. Bedazzle, bedazzle, bedazzle.
Bedazzled. Yeah.
Still sounds good.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable with that.
Another good word is Tex Avery.
Oh, it is.
Oh, see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to do a text? Oh, there he goes.
Usually I would go to commercial at this point, but
Yeah.
You it's every commercial.
I don't have any new commercials. I just have the old ones. But I have plans to make new commercials, so that will happen hopefully by the next podcast. I'm get there at some
I haven't
point.
seen a lot of them, so maybe see if you.
Oh
play one or-
well, yeah. Let's go to commercial right now.
Yeah, I want to
and,
see a commercial.
We'll be back. We'll be back right after these
Let's
words.
take a break.
Okay.
We're back. That was beautiful. In case you're just joining us, that was a Word Balloon podcast. That was real cool. I did see that one. It makes me laugh every time.
You got to do a Tex Avery commercial. That would be fun.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I told you I got plans to do a bunch of stuff. I got plans. I got
And
plans.
Mighty Mike, do you know
Yeah.
why we call it Tex Avery?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. So, in case they're just joining, because Tex Avery, animator for Tom and Jerry and other fine things like Droopy and MGM cartoons, he would draw so much at his desk that he would not take a bathroom break. And eventually he hurt himself because of that.
I'm saying he should have had at least a bucket or something.
He should have. He should have had moved his desk closer to the bathroom.
Right.
But eventually he hurt himself so bad that he had to wear a bag so he could poop in the bag. But I guess that worked out better for him, so now he never has to get up. But that's why we call it Tex Avery. So you don't want to hurt yourself. So when you feel it, you got to go. Take a break. So it's a very healthy thing to call it a Tex Avery.
That was a quick Tex Avery.
Spoke is back. What's that?
Did you take your pants off?
Yeah, that was a quick Tex Avery.
Yeah.
It was a satisfying one too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best thing of the day. You know, when you're home all day in quarantine and you're waiting for a sensation, sometimes that's the best thing. And then like sometimes the shower, like if you could Tex Avery and then shower, that could be the peak of your day. That's the best part. And then after that shower, you smell so good.
You know what? I'm gonna say at this point, I'm glad you're going to Harold's. It's gonna get you out of the house. I think it's gonna be good for you.
I went out today. I got the mail.
Oh, well, there you go.
If pooping is the highlight of your day, you need to get out.
No, poop in the shower. Both, not in the shower. Poop and a shower.
I know some people poop in the shower, but you poop
Tex
in the
Avery
shower?
and a shower. But I have.
I love that no one is commenting here. I love it.
Yeah, I destroyed the show once I showed up, and that's it.
Is there anybody even watching? Franco, can you see the number of people watching?
Yeah, it says
-3.
0. It says 0.
Really?
Does it really say 0? No.
There's people watching.
Wow.
Yeah, no one knew I was coming. I didn't know I was coming here.
We had one viewer, but then he came on the show. So.
Was that me?
Yeah.
Wayne's still got to be around. Wayne, you're still there, right?
Nope, he left.
on,
As soon
Wayne.
as Johnny left, he's gone. He didn't care
Nobody
anymore.
cares.
Johnny's not making fun of me anymore. He left.
Yep.
It's messed up, Wayne.
That's the only reason people tune in is for Johnny to make fun of you, and then.
No, we really don't need the rest of you, actually.
It's funny because people say when I'm not on the show, people write to me, say, you got to watch the first 51 minutes. It was awesome. And then I watch it, and then it's a good time.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But we go around the horn. Anybody got anything else? We got anything else? What do you got? What do you got, Skoke? Anything? Last things to sum up. What do you got?
Yes. Today I found out that there are 2 different songs. The intro of the show Picture Pages, there are 2 different intro songs. There's one for the broadcast that they would play every time, and then there's one for the home video release. 2 different songs.
I'm going to say that's so interesting because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Picture Pages. It was a show that came on Saturday morning cartoons when I was growing up. In between the cartoons, it was almost like
like what, 2-3 years ago?
It was like an interstitial show. And Bill Cosby would come on and he would draw something on the screen. And it was like a connect the dots thing. And he would say, hey, hello, my name is Bill Cosby. We're going to do a picture page. Mm-hmm. And he would draw this. And there would be a song that came on in the beginning. It would go something like this. It would go, picture pages, lots of fun with picture pages. Time to use your paper and the pencil. It's time to watch Bill Cosby do a picture page with you. And then the home video.
I don't think you're going to get that job.
That's awesome.
What if I did that for the audition? Then I would for sure. Come on.
Now he sings a different song. Stay away from a butthole. Stay away from a butthole.
The home video version of the song it's much more. If there's the melody, it goes. There's a guy going. Picture pages, Bill Cosby's picture pages, letters, colors, numbers, whatever. Come and learn with Bill.
I'm not aware of this.
I don't know what you're talking about, but bravo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on and say my comment for this is I still don't know what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, it was a show. It would come on, and it was on every Saturday.
Now let me ask you this question.
Yep.
Was it a real show, or are you making this up?
Was it
Real
just
show.
on your mind?
It was a real show. Real show.
Nice.
And
Stroke rocking in the corner in his house. Picture pages, picture pages.
Picture
No,
pages. Yeah. Skoke is
He's
he's in
up
his
to
apartment going
2000
picture
episodes.
pages. Picture
also
stay
watched
away from a
another-
butthole. Picture pages.
belly hole.
He also watched another children's show called Hairy Arms with Jamie Farr.
Oh, that I'd watch that show.
It's a good show.
Don't bedazzle my butthole or my buttonhole. Either
'Cause
one.
you could shrink down. That Jamie Farr show would be cool if you could shrink down like the size of a flea, and then have an adventure on his arm in the jungle of the arm hair.
And Sword of the Atom. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right?
The arm hair jungle. Yeah.
I'd watch
I'm gonna
that.
say Art's right, because if you can't sing, you just say the words in a rhythm.
Yeah.
If you're like, stay away from my butthole. Stay
Yeah, you
away. From,
Yeah. You talk sing it like
Yeah.
Winter's Day. Ding 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 ding. Like he would just sing it, but talk it. In deep and dark September. You know, he would say it.
Interesting.
That's how
why
you do
Wanted
it.
Dead or Alive is such a good, because you can talk it. Wanted, dead or alive.
Yeah.
Dead or
that-
alive.
That sucks. That sucks. But moving on.
Oh, man.
Moving on. Mike Nagan. What do you got? What are you summing up with? What do you got?
I got two things I want to talk about.
Because honestly, what Skoke brought up, it just wasn't satisfying. But go ahead.
Two things. I've actually I've been so busy over the last several years with life that I had fallen way behind in my comic reading.
Oh.
Literally, there was comics I had not read since 2014. So many boxes, so many issues. So I finally decided to during quarantine to catch up. And as of today, I have caught up with every single solitary DC comic that I was behind since 2014. I have read over 600 comics since quarantine started.
That's not possible.
That's amazing.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing.
That's not a
600.
thing, because I've been in the same quarantine as you, and I have read exactly 3 comics.
Really?
I've read a lot more than that. A lot
Wow.
more. 600.
I believe you.
Yeah. I mean, it's been
Seems
4.5 months since I've been in this house. So, yeah, 600 comics.
Seems like I
actually
did that many pages. Yeah.
a lot of fun to catch up. You know what I caught up on? Please don't be mad at me. I finally read Superpowers.
Wow. Did you like it? Was it cool?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun
All right,
one.
good.
Man,
It was the whole thing with what was it? Brainiac was Kal-El.
Yeah. Ah,
It was like, what? Where did that go? It doesn't matter. It doesn't
wait, what
matter.
happened? We missed you. You went out for a minute.
no,
No,
I
you
took him out.
Oh, yeah, you went out. The whole thing where Brainiac was Kal-El's brother, I was kind of like, where are they going with this? But
Yeah.
it worked. It was fine. It was good. It was fun.
They have the same father. Yeah.
Paul was still alive. Jor-El was still alive.
hmm
Well,
Well, because in Superman Family Adventures, they brought them back. Lara
Yes, I-
was saved in a Phantom Zone, and Jor-El was
That's what it
Jor-El
was.
was a hologram. He was only
Yeah.
alive for 24 hours.
You were
but they-
probably lost because you didn't read Superman Family
No,
Adventures yet.
that was that was like 2015, 2016, right? Something around
Oh.
there.
yeah,
I know I read
2012, 2013, I
Yeah,
think.
I
I know
worked
I
on
read
that book, and I don't know when it was.
but it's been so long, so I just probably didn't remember. And
Yeah.
what's interesting is I did not have a regular version of #1 for whatever reason. I only have Franco's variant. I don't know why I don't have the regular.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad one to have.
No, I
Yeah.
love that cover. It's a
The
great cover.
insight's the
It
same.
was
Yeah.
just- usually when I get a variant, I also have the original.
Yeah.
But for this,
Usually I sell my artwork, and I showed my wife that when I was done with it, and she goes, "Yeah, you're not selling it." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." And it's hanging on the wall here in the studio.
yeah, it's
Oh, that's
really good.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm real
So-
proud of that series. We had more story, but the next one was going to be called Superpowers Trinity, and it was
Mhm.
going to be Brainiac with more Brainiacs, more Brainiac versions, and they were
Right.
going to take over their lives. It was real cool, but it the DC kid stuff turned into the graphic novels. So
Right.
eventually we'll hold on to that story. Maybe we'll get back to it, but probably not because all our guys are gone now. So I'll probably save that story for like Powers in
Never
Action.
know.
something like that.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know, right? Yeah.
So now I'm going to start. I wanted to make sure I caught up with all my DCs first because I am at the core a DC guy. So now I'm going to start catching up on Marvels, and I just started reading Immortal Hulk, and I caught up on all the Hickman X-Men stuff that I had, and what else? Oh, and I started reading Daredevil from 2015. So.
Oh, cool. The Mark Waid stuff.
No, it was the beginning of Charles Soule's run.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it just feels good to read again. Admittedly, I read that so many comics. Some of it was really fun. Some of it was not so fun. But I'm also one of those guys who, because I would talk through it with people and they'd be like, oh, Justice League's been canceled and restarted 3 times since you read it last. Like, just read the current run. And I'm like, no. I have OCD. I got to go back to 3 runs and read it straight through. And yes, some of that was not good, as an example. And there was other stuff that people told me was really bad, and I read it and I loved it. I enjoyed it. Like the Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern run. Everyone's like, oh, it was boring. Nothing happened. I read it, and yes, nothing happened, but it was just old school Rock'em Sock'em smash aliens in the face comics. Really.
Which one was this?
Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. It was the first.
Okay.
It was the rebirth book, and I loved it. So, there's been some good stuff. There's been some bad stuff, but it's just good to read again. So that's number 1. I really enjoyed that. Can't wait to dive into the Marvel some more. 2, for whatever reason, I think Artie could appreciate this more than anybody.
Yeah.
Artie, for all of you, ever see something online and you just kind of get obsessed with it and you go down the rabbit hole of it?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm looking at Scope right now.
So for whatever reason, Artie, I am obsessed now with custom superpowers figures.
Oh yeah, there's fan sites on Facebook with that.
And I am a member of all of them now, and I
cool.
just go through all of that stuff. Like, wow, they made Hawk and Dove. Wow, they made they made Jonah Hex. Like,
are they in that style where like you squeeze the legs and the guy does something like those kind? Okay,
yeah. Superpowers, and they customize them. And there's a guy actually that is 3D printing. And Artie, you'll really, I think you like this. There's a guy 3D printing play sets. The Legion of Doom play set, a Titans Tower play set, maybe for superpower scales. He did a Star Labs, which I thought was an interesting choice, like dude, Star Lab play set. But whatever. So yeah, I'm down the rabbit hole of superpowers customs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah,
I don't own any superpowers besides the ones I had as a kid, which were like the original 10 maybe, and they're in my mother's attic somewhere. I haven't seen them in decades.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I want them all, and I want all the customs.
Yeah,
how are they customizing these? Like they're taking old figures and building them, or they're 3D printing them, or they're molding them, or what are they doing?
Most of them are taking old figures and customizing them, painting them, sanding them, repainting them, resculpting pieces that might not exist. What I find really interesting is a couple of them, like they take them apart. Apparently, if you submerge them in water and really, really hot water, you can easily take out the legs and the arms and the head, and then you can mix and match. And in like, I can't give you an example, don't ask me to, but like you mix and match some of them to make other characters like you wouldn't have thought. Like you mix and match Superman with, I don't know, Apache Chief, I don't know, whatever it is. And you can make a figure that once it's painted over, it's like, oh, all those parts went together seamlessly once repainted to make another character.
Well, now I know. I want to know what character you make with parts from Superman and Apache Chief.
Yeah,
you could.
Long torso and short legs. What?
Sorry,
like for instance, you could take Flash and shave down the wings on the side and make him like his head. Take the Flash and shave down the wings off his head and turn him into Adam, so they could repaint him. And that's what guys do. The problem with customized superpowers, it does get expensive because you have to buy all the old superpower figures.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
And same with there's a lot of vintage Star Wars customizers too that take the old Kenner figures.
God, don't tell me that. I'm gonna
find them, man. They're cool. There's these guys that are actually selling their creations. Like they make like Wedge Antilles and Emperor and all these characters who never had Star Wars figures before, and they're just cool, man. I like all that stuff, and I find myself buying some sometimes.
I always pretended that X-Wing Luke was Wedge.
Yeah.
As a kid. 'Cause we didn't have a Wedge. I had plenty of Lukes, but I had no Wedge.
Yeah,
So
I did the same. Yeah, I had several. I had several Lukes, X-Wing Lukes, that I would do that too.
Yeah. So like one guy made going back to the superpowers, one guy made like classic George Perez era Teen Titans. And that's my jam. And I was like, wow, these are so cool. Especially since apparently Donna Troy and who else? One of the other Titans were supposed to be in the next wave.
Kid Flash was supposed to be in there.
They were going to do that for somebody else, and they stopped by then. But I just thought it was really cool. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm into.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I love that. I love every form of customizing figures between Star Wars, superpowers, Migos, all of it. It's just fun.
Do you do the superpowers too? I know you do the Migos. Do you do superpowers?
Mostly just Migos, because Migos I have more fun because they're bigger and I could buy more parts. I don't have to. I could buy a lot of custom pieces. Like with superpowers, I would have to look for Flashes and Supermans and stuff to get good parts, but they get pricey. Yep. I'll customize it. It's an expensive hobby, but it's fun to do. Like when you're done customizing, that figure you make could have cost you about $150 when you're done. Like over time, between, even if you need to buy a color of paint, you gotta you need a Dremel bit to hollow out a hole. You need all these, so it's kind of different. Yeah.
You could bedazzle that hole too after you Dremel it. But one thing I wanted to say was it's interesting how this thing that we all love, like comics and games and toys and stuff like that, how many different paths there are to, like you said, you go down a rabbit hole of things like, he's doing the Migos stuff. You were looking at the superpower stuff. I'm sure there's that stuff with the Justice League action figures, those ones and stuff like that, but just comics and stuff like that. It's just fascinating to me how many different paths there are to different things.
Yeah.
Yep. I love this, I don't know, artistic spirit when it comes to toys, especially, but just things that are different than the norm. And I'll give you another perfect example. There's a guy out there, like, do you remember in the 80s where DC especially used to do covers that had like, an advertisement on the border or whatever, and the cover was kind of inset. Like one of the ones I think of specifically is like Teen Titans 16, where Starfire is all, she's all crazy. Her boyfriend just got killed, and like she's trying to get to the Hive guy, but it's inset, and then it's like, oh, buy Masters of the Universe and whatever, and across the top it's like Superman the motion picture, whatever it is. I don't remember what the ads are. So somebody's taking all of those old covers that do that and photoshopping and adding pieces to them to make it as if, what if that cover was
oh yeah, I met that guy at one of the Ace Comic Cons. They take the covers and put them in a frame and then put action figures in the poses, and they make it like a 3D cover. Yeah, those are cool. I'm a fan of those too.
Stuff like that is just so cool. Like, I don't have the ability to do any of that. I wish I did, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and they make like a diorama, and it's cool that you could buy it, and whatever the price, say that the guy wants, say he's selling it for $200, but you look at the piece that he put together, and then you look at the figures. So it's really the prices are not outrageous when I see guys selling those. They're pretty cool. There was a guy at one of the shows doing that, and I was admiring him. I felt bad, like, when you look at someone's table and you don't buy anything, thanks, and you walk away. So that happened to me.
And there's also another guy, I don't know if you've seen this, he took Crisis on Infinite Earths, and he's recreating, I think he's up to like issue 6 or 7, he's recreating the whole book, photoshopped with Marvel characters.
Wow.
So it's panel for panel Crisis on Infinite Earths, but all of the DC characters pulled out, they're replaced with Marvel characters, and I think 90% of it he was able to find like Perez drawings of whatever Marvel characters he's using.
Wow.
And it's just crazy. Like, how do you even think about something like that?
That's a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, why would you do that? But I guess
I guess it's one of those labors of love. Did you see somebody online put together a 3-hour cut of Superman the motion picture?
No.
They took all the footage from the different cuts of that movie, plus the television version, and they remastered the whole thing into an almost 3-hour cut. Took them 2 years to do it. It was I think a woman in Brazil, like a labor of love, and then she made it available for download for free. Like,
that's cool.
I did it, download it, enjoy it.
Yeah, because you can't get in trouble if it's free, if you're not making money at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw there's a lot of guys who do a 3-hour cut of all of the Star Wars prequels too, and they just edit it down to its bare being,
right,
to what it's Anakin's story, and I've seen a lot of those cuts too. And they take Jar Jar out of there and just make it. They take Jar Jar out of there and they take the little kid out of there, and then they make it. It's just
if you
really
take him
good.
out, what do you got? Out of Phantom Menace, you pretty much have to get rid of.
You got a 3-hour version of Hello There.
Yeah.
But
well, they have every cut that I've seen starts with the Darth Maul fight. That's where it starts, where Obi-Wan getting blocked by those light laser doors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where every cut always starts with that, and Qui-Gon dying, and then the funeral. That's where it always starts.
Yeah.
And I think, man, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's a pretty it's
Can I
pretty
share
cool.
my screen for a second? I want to show you an example of another thing like I thought was cool.
Tell me.
Yes.
Yeah, show me.
Let's see it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kathleen, Anakin,
Yes.
you are the chosen one.
So, like, look, this is not an actual cover. Teen
Oh, I
Titans.
see that. Yeah.
Teen Titans versus Infinity Inc. This never actually happened, but somebody took a couple of different covers and photoshopped it all together to make this kind of what if they. But it looks so legit, right? Like, this looks like something that came out in 1984.
Yeah, that's happening. I see it happening right in front of me.
And it's like stuff like this. I think is so impressive and so cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
just-
crazy.
I'm down that rabbit hole too of all this custom art stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
well, Art, what do you got? Sum up. Tell us what's been happening. Go
What's
for
been
it.
happening?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, sum up. So within a half hour.
Oh, I just been working. I've been making a lot of leeway with deadlines. I got 7 pages of this. I got 13 pages of this other thing. That's all I've been doing. I just been working on getting comics done and getting paintings. I'm having a real good time painting right now. And when I do my live painting shows,
I've seen those. Yeah.
yeah, I always my last 2 streams were 3 hours long. So the painting stream was 3 hours, and then I did a drawing stream with another 3 hours. But I really enjoy that. I really enjoy doing the online presence. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't been really reading comics, but I've been watching Clone Wars, and I've been into Star Wars. I watch Star Wars stuff almost every day, like videos of
I'm
Star
way
Wars.
behind on the Clone
Yeah.
Wars. I'm into season 2. But
Yeah, me
I
too. I'm almost at the end of season 2 right now. Young Boba Fett's causing problems, and it's cool. Like Bosk is on there, and all these old characters from the original trilogy. So it's cool to see that. But I made the mistake and started watching Clone Wars with my family. It's not a mistake, but I was watching when I work. I stream. When I work, I stream stuff and just binge watch it. But now that I watched it upstairs with my family, everyone else is interested. So now maybe on a Saturday with my coffee, I'll watch like 2 hours of Star Wars before I get to work. So that's been happening. So that's what I look forward to most lately is catching up on Clone Wars, and I want to watch Rebels and stuff like that. And I realized that if you watch that Han Solo movie, the Star Wars Han Solo movie, and you look at it as a Chewbacca origin story, you'll enjoy it more.
I actually want more of a Chewbacca before origin story.
Yeah,
Well.
Chewbacca's awesome.
Cool.
Hmm.
This is what I got. I spent time getting this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, right on.
Yeah, I bought this.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah.
Because it was there, so I wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
So-
I found that thing that I was talking about. I'm sorry, the Titans thing. Can I show it to you?
Yeah.
I want to, hold on. I got to, give me 1 second. All right. I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
share
Yeah, sure. In the meantime, while he's doing that, Johnny, you got anything? Oh, he's not here. So
Oh, Johnny has anger. That's what he brings.
So you see, this is
look
the
at that.
original New Teen Titans 21 cover on the left-hand side. It's got the Free Night
Wait.
Force on the top and the side.
Yeah.
Robinson, both of them.
But then somebody took that cover, see the instead of it, and
Yeah.
they created their own. Like, this is what it would have looked like if it didn't have all those ads. And it's like, it's gorgeous to me. Like, it's seen in a whole new way, and I think it's so cool on the
Yeah.
right version. Like, it
He
looks like
enlarged it. Yeah.
I would have printed that out and put it in a bag and a board and handed it to somebody. They would never realize unless they knew from owning when they were a kid that it was a different cover.
Yeah. That looks great.
Wow.
So cool. Again, it's a complete rabbit hole that you can spend the rest of your life going down these type of things.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Those are really
Right.
cool.
Um,
I like all that.
let's take one more break before we come back and wrap everything up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're out of time. You know what? We didn't talk about any ghost stories, but we'll do that next time.
Next time.
I think we'll
Yeah,
do
we gotta.
we'll do that next time.
Next
I
time.
know we keep putting it off, but we're definitely gonna do it.
Yeah, it'll come up. We'll save it maybe for October
Yeah.
if it doesn't come up before then.
It will though. Next episode.
Next episode,
Mhm.
definitely.
I just need to hear something in my house, and then it'll spark. I haven't heard anything in a while, but I
Hey
will.
Franco, that Hawkman, where does that come from? What line is it?
I have no clue.
Okay.
None.
Where'd you
None
get it from?
whatsoever. What's that?
Where'd you get it from?
Oh, I have no clue.
It just-
Oh no, I picked it up at comics. Somebody sold. I went to go drop off some artwork and stuff, and somebody was selling loose figures or something that he took in a collection. And I collect Hawkmans and Batgirls, but only if I like them. Because there was a Batgirl there, and I forget which one it was, and I didn't like it, so I didn't take it. But yeah, I have a bunch of Batgirls and a bunch of Hawkmen all around. I don't know why. I just like those characters. One of my favorite characters is Aquaman, but I don't collect the Aquaman figure. I don't know why.
There's a cool Batgirl figure that DC Direct made maybe about 10 years ago. That it was the first appearance Batgirl, and it's in the design of the artist who drew that cover of her running. I forgot who that was now. Lewis.
Carmine Infantino.
Yeah, Infantino. Yeah, and he the figure looks perfect. The face especially looks just like that. So seek that one out. You'll
It's got the little red handbag. I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I think I have that one somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two.
Yeah.
There's two in that style, but the first one didn't quite get it. It looks good, but the second one is the one that Infantino designed, and it looks perfect. Oh, look at those guys, red and blue. Yeah, those are cool.
Those are the Ed McGuinness ones, right?
Yeah, those are the Ed McGuinness ones.
I love that story. I like when they mess up guys. I love the Clone Wars saga with Spider-Man, and I love the Superman when he got all electrified.
You're weird.
like-
We've established this.
I like all the different stuff when they mess up a character, changes them forever. And I walked into a room one time with DC guys, and it was during that time. We were not famous yet. I don't think we were even working on Tiny Titans, but it was Electric Superman was around, and we were at a convention. And you know how you go in the green room and a bunch of guys are there. Well, it was the time where that electric blue Superman, and in the comic, his powers were when he was Clark Kent, he was human. He didn't have any power down, so he could get hurt. He was vulnerable, and so I told him when I walked in the room, the Superman guys, I said, guys, this was DC guys, and Mike Carlin might have been there. I don't know who was. I didn't know the guys yet. I can't recall who they were, but I knew they were DC guys. And I said, guys, here's an opportunity for you to give Superman a kid. And they're like, what? I said, you just killed him. You brought him back. Now he's electric. And when he's Clark Kent, he's human. So now is the only time in his life where he could impregnate Lois naturally without hurting her. And they're like, what? And so he's still human, but he's still Kryptonian. So the baby could still be super, but she can have a baby where it would be normal. Well, it would blow everyone away, where later, like the baby could be born and regular and then develop the powers like a mutant. Like as it gets older, it gets stronger. And they were all stunned and silent as if they were just talking about that. And they all looked at me. And then I went, okay, well, carry on. And I got my coffee and left. And I was hoping that would would have been the thing that happened.
You know what I always thought? You brought up that red and blue Superman. And I always thought that, they did that because of the colors in his costume. And I always wondered why they didn't have another Superman that was half the size or a third of the size that was yellow Superman.
That would have been cool.
See?
You guys can do that.
Yeah. We're
You
gonna.
guys can do that in your next Superman book.
I might do that with my character Suplex. He's he's gray and green. Maybe I'll make a green Suplex and gray Suplex.
Yeah.
But remember, if you do another Superman book before you do put in a Superman red or Superman blue.
No, we don't have time to put a Negan in there.
No, I'm gonna.
Yes. Don't forget we've
put him in there.
Conversation. Speaking of Superman, I'm really cool. Something that Lori got me for Father's Day. How cool is this?
Oh, is that for me? Oh, that's awesome.
It's not.
That's why I didn't get one, because you got it. Like, oh man, mine's the second best.
I'm gonna have one next time because Skoke is gonna send me ones for the mail. So I'm gonna get that next time. And next time we're gonna talk about ghost stories, but right now we gotta go. So you've been awesome. Thanks for watching our show.
Yeah, this has been fun. Thanks for letting me crash. And
if you sent the DJ Jazzy Jeff, own up to it. Tell the truth. Who called? Who sent the DJ Jazzy Jeff? Why does Negan's headshot still suck?
You have just watched the Oh Yeah podcast live on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously.
I like Pink very much, Lois.
I like Pink very much, Lois.
I like Pink very much, Mike Negan.
I like Pink very much, Lois.
Wake up and do things that make you happy, and follow us when you see us.
Like to Harold's when he's eating in the parking lot.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good day. Okay, bye-bye.